Boop, boop.
Hello.
Hi.
It's D&D time. Let's play some D&D.
D&D.
Woo. Hi everyone. It's been a little while.
Been a while. Sorry.
It's been a while. But that's because life happens. Life happens, and sometimes it gets in the way of fun. But that's fine because we can pick up where we left off. Before we start, I will mention what prompts we are doing this week, and then we'll get our characters. Our players will have a little bit of a time thinking about what those prompts are. Oh, hey fool, how's it going? Hi everyone in chat. It's nice to see you today. Oh yes, we've all logged into the sound bitty alert thing again. Have we?
Still
Yes.
not working for me, to be fair.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
Really?
most of us have.
We've all logged in.
We've all tried.
I'm logged in.
That's the most
technically.
important thing. We've all tried.
We've all had a try.
So, the prompts we are doing today are: what is currently motivating your character to stay with the party? And does your character suffer from any allergies? Okay, those are the prompts we're doing today. You'll notice that some of us aren't in our usual positions. That's because some of us have moved and some of us are just in different parts of the country. But we'll get straight to our storytelling. We'll do a little bit of a recap whilst our players are thinking about their prompt questions.
Get to thunking.
Because it's mandatory. That's what it is. So last session, we are currently kind of dungeon delving, poking around in someone's tomb. And we are doing so because Albert Humperdinck, a member of the Liber Amans monastery where Randall came from, needed help on a quest. Their quest was to find out if this particular tomb belonged to a member of the royal family many, many hundreds of years ago. But seems to be the case. That seems a lot like quite a likely explanation as to what's going on. But poking around that kind of tomb as a little baby monk was not a good idea. So they helped. They hired our party, who obviously jumped at the opportunity, being from the same monastery, at least for Randall. So skip forward ahead a little bit. We're now poking around this tomb. It is trapped up the wazoo, which makes a lot of sense because this particular person's name was Ansia the Paranoid. It's filled with all sorts of odd bits and bobs. Lots of cups and plates, some toilet roll, some cogs, some what appeared to have been boxes of maybe food at some point, books, all sorts of crazy doodads. And traps, just tons and tons and tons of traps. Unfortunately, during their poking around, one of them pressed a button that separated half of our party from the other half, and we had to deal with that, which was all of last session. It's our one and only button presser.
Oh, me.
Oh. So having learned the technique that was used in several places throughout this tomb, our players recognize that some of the floor tiles aren't super duper sturdy, and some of the traps like to trigger those tiles and can fall through into just a horrible abyssal death. So when our group rejoined and was made whole once again, they pushed into the center chamber of this tomb and started tapping on the floor to try and find these loose tiles. They are correctly identified a bunch of them, as you can see these big old black squares on the map in front of you. Or I don't know if we're on the right map. You'll notice when we're on the map.
We are now.
We are now. Big old squares. So we knew that those tiles were there. The only other things in this room are 3 buttons. So far, the buttons have either helped progress or have sprung traps, and a sarcophagus. Our resident trap checkers get up close and personal with the sarcophagus to see if there are any spooky traps laying on it. And unfortunately, rather than triggering any traps, they are put face to face with the ghostly, ghastly visage of Ansia the Paranoid, who sticks their head out of the tomb and rather than going into a monologue, says something to the effect of, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, for coming into my tomb and starting to pilfer my shit. I came here to die. Rest in peace, not rest in pillage. And promptly flew to the other side of the room, slammed a button long enough to corporeally enable it, which brought some kind of trap doors in the ceiling open wide. Quickly after that, you hear the clinking, clanking clunk of bones on stone as two giant bone snakes lowered themselves into this chamber, hissing at you. Their fangs. Is it fangs for snakes?
I think so.
Sounds
Yeah,
like right.
fangs. Bared as they can't really hide their fangs because they're all bone. And a fight ensued, or a fight is ensuing now. Really, at the moment we've got our party. Oh, I think Haiku is levitating at the moment, aren't they?
Mm.
Well, basically, what happened was that one of the Nagas was perfectly placed over where our party knew that there were some pit traps, and Haiku, taking a guess, pressed one of the buttons, which triggered the trap, dropping all of the floor in the room beneath them. Fortunately for Haiku, that meant that the Naga that they predicted fell directly out from underneath them, and they just plummeted to their demise, knocking out one of the big boys of this fight in one shot on round one was
Pew.
that? Maybe
Yeah.
round two? Regardless, Haiku is currently levitating over this pit, and I don't think you can move when you're
I think
levitating.
you can push off stuff, can't you? But
Maybe you can push off stuff, but I don't think there's not much control in that.
yeah.
It's just like the hover boots from Ocarina of Time. Like, if you have momentum, you'll keep going for a little bit because it's a frictionless environment, but you can't walk.
Yes, yeah. It's kind of a low grav situation is what you've got here. Okay, well. Apart from that, we've got a bit of a tussle going on with another Bone Naga and the ghost who's still here. The Bone Naga is stunned, or was stunned for that round, and is no longer stunned now, I believe. And Ansia the Paranoid is slowed.
Wasn't it stunned until the end of my next turn or something?
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. In which case it is stunned until your turn, which is now this turn. Okay. Before we start our game, let's do two things. First off, say hi again to everyone in chat who's joined since we started chatting shit.
Hi.
Sarah.
Well,
Hi,
Jack will say
Zero
thank you for the
Megaprime.
D6 for his changing of whiteboard.
I was just about to type it, but thank you for the D6 for changing my whiteboard, Sarah.
On my room.
We can't even see his whiteboard. He's not even written anything for us on there.
Oh no, yeah, it's actually completely
Oh my goodness.
You start writing secret messages.
Of all the backgrounds that have changed, Jack's being rewarded. With the most... But yes, so we'll go into our prompts. Our prompts for this week, as you might remember, are: does your character suffer from any allergies? Which was given to us from Canuck Fana Canada. Hi Canuck, how you doing? And what is currently motivating your character to stay with the party? We will start with Neurally, because you just happen to be the first person on my call sheet and the Zoom thing.
Okay.
So, Neurally, what is motivating you to stay with the party?
This whole history is disappearing, and also I don't have really anywhere else to go. Mostly the history is disappearing thing, and that they're my friends, but also where else would I be right now?
Well, where else would you be?
That's a good question. Probably. I think she probably would just end up joining a different adventuring party. I don't know. It's been kind of exciting for her.
Ooh, okay, good answer. Does Nerdy have any allergies?
Not that I know of.
No, that's fine. I mean, it's we're fishing for interesting tidbits, but if the answer is straight up for your character, no, then that's how it be.
No, I think enough that she knows of, and I think she's encountered a good many things. But if they were to go to like a vastly different place, she might like an encounter like a food or a vegetable or something that she'd never seen before. Because I actually do give my characters allergies, and I just hadn't given her any. Like I have one that specifically was allergic to mushrooms and cherries, and she was in an environment that mushrooms were very much a staple of the diet, so it was like a challenge for her to find things that she could eat.
Okay.
So that is something I think about, and I just didn't think that she would have any that she would know about.
Okay, well, I have that be said for other players as well. If you don't want to give your character an allergy, you don't have to give your character an allergy. Haiku's up next. Haiku, what is currently motivating your character to stay with the party?
I'm going to go with the cheesy answer of friendship and rare items. But mainly
Greed.
friendship.
Friendship and greed.
I mean, they'd just be traveling around anyway and probably getting attached to a different party. So, it's that's the main reason. Just a bit of company.
Does Haiku find it very easy to attach to people?
Yeah, pretty easy. And they get along with pretty much everyone.
Okay, so maybe do you think it's very likely that Haiku would have found a different party and been just as happy there?
Yeah. I mean, they were pretty happy with the one, party before they were all murdered while they were cowering in the shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they would.
Okay. So what you're saying is these guys aren't special.
Well, I never said that. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I can't believe you've done this to me.
Okay.
Tom's taken a drastic turn from I like that a lot to you sure about that? Oh wow.
Wow,
okay.
what an asshole.
So you hate everyone. Okay, all right.
You're all replaceable.
Oh my god.
Putting words in his mouth. Yes, I am. Does Haiku have any allergies?
So I put no. However, do you remember we had a question about phobias a while
Yes.
back?
Mm-hmm.
Haiku's phobia was turtles, not turtles. Turtles.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that to not like show that they're scared of turtles, they tell everyone that they're simply allergic to turtles, so they need to avoid them.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's a good answer. I like that. That's
Not
very
an
Allergic
actual
to
allergy.
turtles.
Yeah. That's funny. It's especially funny because we watched an episode of Friends recently where there's a dog in the flat and Chandler says that he's really deathly allergic to dogs, where actually he just hates dogs. So that's a really good. That's a good little example.
Man,
Okay,
if
that's a
someone
good
hates
answer.
dogs, you just that's
Right?
not a person you want to be around.
Damn.
Mm-mm.
I mean, some people have had genuinely like traumatic experiences with dogs. They get a free card.
And that's a little different. But if someone
Yeah.
just doesn't like them, don't be around
What,
that
you
person.
don't like unconditional love and affection?
Yeah, exactly. Like
you don't
big
like
red flag.
happiness? Okay.
Don't like having a best friend. Okay.
I don't know. My dog can be pretty grumpy.
That's true. You do have the
You've never met
grumpiest
Buddy.
looking dog I've ever seen. But Buddy is the grumpiest looking dog on the planet.
Looking, but grumpiest acting.
I don't know. Never met him.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
He actually like grumbles. Like I know obviously he can't talk, but he definitely grumbles.
Okay. Moving on. Randall,
Dash B.
what is currently motivating your character to stay with the party?
So I think it's probably changed over time. I think originally it was like intrigue into like, what's this mansion thing? Who are all these people? What's this going on? Like just sort of sucked up into that. And then it was probably like a bit of like story chasing, like, oh, isn't this fun? But now it's like actually I think he quite likes not being stuck inside maybe and actually like living some stories rather than just reading other people's stories.
Oh, okay. Good answer. Does Randall have any allergies?
I don't think so. Oh wait, no. Maybe Randall is allergic to feathers, which is really awkward because normally like quills are all like they're like feather quills, so he has to get special
Ah.
quills that are
Oh,
They're
I
like
like
synthetic,
Synthetic quills.
that.
synthetic
Yeah,
quills.
that's cool. That's cool. Okay, good answer, man. I think this allergy question. I went for it as like like one hard question, one easy question, or a lighter question and a heavy question. And I didn't think too much about it, but now it's really like it's not an easy question to answer, especially like because really if you don't have an idea for an allergy and I've put this question in front of you and you've been like I better think of an allergy, in some cases you're putting something in your like okay well I'm gonna have to remember this for the rest of time.
Yeah.
Quickly makes notes.
Yeah.
There are definitely some that I haven't written down and I've definitely forgotten. So
Yeah, we should definitely be keeping a record of the answers of these prompts. But it's fine. It doesn't matter. The canon can change. This isn't. We're not written in stone. We are recorded and put on the internet. But
Mhm.
but if your vision for your character changes, then your vision for your character changes. Plus, a lot of these questions can be answered at different time points and have different answers. All right, Oro, what is currently motivating your character to stay with the party?
I feel like all of my answers have been taken at this point, but friendship being a big one. Just going in there being like, let's get an adventuring party, and then growing attached to the people that you're hanging out with for however long is a pretty good reason to stay. Aura doesn't hate anyone, so isn't like, oh, could maybe leave this and it'd be fine. Pretty attached.
Okay. And does Oro have any allergies?
Well, Jack kind of took my answer. I was going to do the same thing, being like pretending to be allergic to something. I was going to say that Oro has sensitive skin, and that's why she doesn't like bathing a lot because she like comes out in rashes and stuff. But then I was going to say that she pretends to have sensitive skin, so she doesn't have to bathe as often.
Self-reinforcing.
Yeah, so maybe it's a little bit in the middle. Maybe she gets a bit of sensitive skin and plays it up a bit so she doesn't have to bathe as much.
Or like she was allergic to one type of soap that was used
Yeah.
one time.
It's like, oh
and
no,
ever since
no,
then,
never again. Exactly.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, good answers, everybody. Thank you once again to Canuck for giving us a prompt in our little prompt form. If you guys have any ideas for prompts, it's fucking hard. Here is a challenge for you. Come up with a good prompt, one that gives interesting answers, but that isn't too niche, so that everyone can have a good answer for it, and it's not too like it's tough. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Grace. Hope you're doing all right.
A vicious cycle.
Exactly.
Oh, digger Katie. 38 months. Holy.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that wild?
That's
Crazy.
so many
Time.
months.
What a
That's so
construct.
many years.
Oh my goodness. They all have to stay together because they all have the same tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Be awkward to leave now.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Let's get out of that.
Yeah.
And back.
Let's stop talking
to-
about leaving.
Yeah.
Back to staying.
Back to
Playing
staying.
some tabletops. Okay. So last session we ended off in the middle of a combat, and I personally think I actually kind of like leaving games in the middle of combat because it gives you a little bit of like, if you want to brainstorm what you're going to do next, you've got a while to do it. But additionally, it means that the entirety of the game doesn't have to be just combat. You can have combat at the beginning or the end, and then the rest of it can be a bit broken up because combat in this can sometimes take a while, especially if you don't have like a super high pressure. Think of your turn and what you're going to do on your turn 20 minutes before it happens, because we're chill. I've changed your tokens just to make sure that your armor class is now a bar figure, so it's something out of something. So it's
Ooh.
18 out of 18 or 12 out of 12, whatever, just so that I can see it. Because if you don't have it out of something, it's a value, but it doesn't show up visually for me unless I click on your token. And it's just I'm lazy, and this is easier.
Can you
Work
see it
smarter,
when
not harder.
Can you see it when I set mine over 15?
Yes.
Cool.
Is that because you want to switch between like your?
It's
Key
because
thing.
otherwise you're going to constantly see it as 15, and most of the time it's 17.
Ah, it's Amber.
Everybody's very excited.
Oh, that's so nice to see her. Oh, bless her heart. Everyone
She
give as much
pretty?
love as you possibly can to Amber. She is the sweetest bean.
Tom said, everyone give as much love as they can to you because you're the sweetest bean. It's true.
Okay, goodbye. Okay, right. Let's get down to business to defeat this giant bone snake.
To defeat this dude.
Okay, yeah, that'll do. That's very good.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so the top of the
I-
turn order, we have
Oh God,
Randall.
that's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. This bone snake is stunned until you end your turn.
Does that mean I have advantage against it or something? What, what's the dealio?
Stun does a lot of stuff. I think your attacks have advantage. Its saves have disadvantage. I think there's
let's
a
have
lot.
look. Stunned, incapacitated, can't move, can speak only falteringly, automatically fails strength and dexterity throws. Attack rolls against it have advantage.
Okay, there we go.
Cool.
That's what it is.
Excellent. I don't think I've got anything that does dex or the other ones.
Do you have anything that will reach across that 5-foot gap?
My legs.
Okay.
Oh my god. He's got such long legs.
Get a step here.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Is that difficult terrain?
That's dangerous terrain. That's very different.
I'm the DM and I said make a dex save.
God damn it.
Damn it!
Ooh.
These people and their high rolls.
Yeah, well, you're gonna do another one because I'm gonna step back, aren't I?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What's the point of being able to ignore
Different
difficult
way.
terrain if you make everything not difficult terrain? You know.
Difficult terrain is, like rubble, like fallen trees, that kind of stuff that makes you move slower. Dangerous terrain is something that can kill you, like a massive abyssal drop into nothingness.
This means you don't slip on the ice, not you don't fall into crevasses.
Oh, I didn't do that with advantage. Okay, that's one attack, and then
Okay.
attack 2, and then I get 2 of them.
Okay, so the first attack hits, the second one misses, and then the bonus strikes hit.
Sweet. So let's do one of those. Wow. 13. 13? What am I talking about? 11. 15. I should not do that out loud ever again. That made it so
Very
much harder. I don't know why I
confused.
started out loud.
Very confused. Okay, all right. So you've taken a step across these massive, giant, gaping holes in the earth that just fall into nothingness and darkness and despair. You've
No fear.
tiptoed over, no fear, and you've landed your hits. Do you want to describe them to us?
I think Randall probably has a much more sure footing than he normally has for these moves. Maybe more. There's normally more like spinning or like twisting and leg movements and like optimal leg positioning. But this time he's got like both of his feet in a very fixed, solid, like stable base, so he doesn't like wobble around too much.
Okay. What else do you want to do with your turn?
Well, I would like to step. Oh, I will turn around. And I will carefully step back.
The last time you played with your token and you put it upside down, I don't know if you saw it, but Tortu put a drawing of Randall just upside down.
No, I don't think I
Yeah.
saw that.
Funny. Okay. Well, they don't get. Wait, do they get an? I don't
Nope,
think-
because I attacked them, so they get nothing.
Oh, okay. Stunned, incapacitated. Oh yeah, if they're incapacitated, they don't get anything anyway because they're stunned. But please make a dexterity saving throw as you.
They double get nothing.
Yes, they
get
double get
nothing.
nothing. Oh my goodness! All these rolls.
Nothing.
I'm a Dexy boy
Rolls.
in a Dexy world.
Oh my. Okay,
That's
well he's
fantastic.
no longer stunned.
Falling down big holes.
Nugget and Oro, you now have your turn. You've got this sprawling landscape of one tiny tomb room, huge gaping holes in the floor. Haiku is right next to you. Do you want to describe how you look right now, Haiku? So you've slammed your hand on the button after levitating yourself. So doing that is you kind of pushed off against that. So you're kind of bumping against the roof right
Spinning.
now. It's a very low ceiling. It's about 10 feet high. So you're kind of bumping against the ceiling right now. Are you looking quite chuffed with yourself having dropped the Naga? or are you looking very concerned about the fact that you are directly over a very big fall?
Bit of both, really. I don't know how someone would look both
Smug
chuffed
scared.
and incredibly anxious about the huge fall below them.
You're putting on some
The
cool sunglasses.
uncomfortableness of having your neck pressed against the ceiling.
It's a bit different when you've got your shell on your back as well.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, the noise would be just sort of like a gentle clattering constantly as the shell bounces on hits the ceiling repeatedly.
Okay. So that's what you see behind you there, Oro and Nugget. In front of you, you can see that Albert and Nerily are precariously stood in the center of this, the center platform where the only sure ground is. She's been casting off her counter spells so far. You've just seen Randall steadfastly step over this, no issues whatsoever. Whack this boy.
Well, I'm still on Nugget, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna.
Yes, sorry, I moved you
do it
aside
there.
just so I could
Oh yeah, do the stuff.
just so I could do the armor class. Yeah.
Mm. I'm just gonna short bow him, the snaky boy.
Mm-hmm.
I had Hunter's Mark. I assume it was on this dude. If not, when one dies, it moves over.
Sure.
So just
Okay.
move over, I guess. Oop. 15,
That's a hit.
7, and
No sneak attack, unfortunately, but you
That's
do get
smart.
your hunter's mark.
10.
Okay. My poor bone naga is getting rinsed. Do you want to move at all with Nugget's action? Do you want to go anywhere? Do you want to do anything with Haiku?
Does Haiku look like he's like, I need a push. I need something. You look like you need
like-
assistance.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
a
vibrating quicker off the back.
A push would be nice.
Okay, which direction? I assume Haiku would point in it towards a direction. Which way do you want to be pointing? Do you want to go in?
Actually, I don't think there's really any way you can push people from that direction that will help. But what
Push
about
into
a
the wall,
pull?
and then you can push off
You've
of
got.
the wall.
I was going to say you got less than 6 seconds for a combat round, so please be quick about your thought process.
Okay.
Probably
Do you
not.
look like you need assistance? Is literally standing over a hole.
Can you help?
I mean, if it's 6 seconds, there probably wouldn't be enough time because Haiku's a large creature.
Oh no, and you can try a little something. But I'm thinking there's 6 seconds in a combat turn. You're not able to have a full-on conversation. What you want to communicate between each other needs to be done with a couple of words. Stat.
Also, it doesn't matter what your size is right now if all they're doing is like pushing or pulling you because you're
Yeah, you're
levitating,
levitating.
so you're in a
Mhm.
frictionless environment.
Ah,
But I think you do start to sink, so
oh god. Pull.
Okay. All right. I'll go get Nugget to pull Haiku over to where I am then, basically. Or do you want to go
Okay.
further than that? What do you think?
I don't, so I won't. We won't give you that much. So bearing in
Alright.
mind, Nugget is your mount currently.
Mhm.
There's not a huge amount that Nugget can do with you on top of Nugget. So bearing in mind, I mean, Nugget hasn't had an action or anything, but with your weight plus, I mean, I guess they are levitating, aren't they? They're
Mhm.
levitating. Yeah, go on then. Yeah, do what you want.
Okay.
But
on
bear
the
in
way
mind,
back,
you've only
I'm
got
like,
a 10-foot ceiling. Right?
Could-
Swing him around and then just let him go.
Oh, like we were with the Bowser boss battle for.
Bangarang.
Yeah. Could
I forgot to add Albert onto the turn order.
Battering.
Could Nugget go over this tomb?
No.
No? Okay. Then I'll just place Haiku or pull him to somewhere around me then, wherever Haiku wants to go.
Go there.
Okay. So Haiku's now still bouncing around against the ceiling, but no longer over a death pit.
Nice.
Very good. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. Albert's turn, the same time as Nerily. Albert is going
Albert
to
steps backwards.
quake in fear.
That's to be expected.
But also, I suspect that he would try and get as far away from the Nagas and the ghost as possible. And I don't think Albert's actually as clever as he purports. So he is going to make a standing jump.
If you kill Albert, you'll never
Not
hit
a
him.
killing jump. Over here. Probably that over there. And you just kind of see him go, oh shit, oh fuck, and just kind of launch themselves over this pit. And they're going to make a dexterity saving throw as they do so. And they're going to successfully make it to the other side and just slam against the floor. And this is whilst you guys are just kind of like flying around above them, grabbing floating Haiku and flapping them around. Albert's just going to slam on the floor and just kind of crawl towards the wall as far away as they can, just over here. And he's going, oh, fucking hell, it's a ghost. It's a real ghost. It's actually a ghost. It's going to kill us. Oh, God.
It's fine.
And Nerily.
Who is Ansia? Weren't they like staring somebody down? Aren't they mad at someone? Was it me?
It's all of you, really.
All of us?
Ansia is mostly just pissed off at the fact it's the audacity that you have come into their place of rest,
Okay.
their private space.
I'm gonna go ahead and just like take a step this way so I have a better line of sight on them. Yeah. And I'm going to do a little guiding bolt. Ooh.
Oof.
Big guiding bolt.
Ooh.
Ah, dang. I rolled 2 1s. No, it only does 10 damage, but the next attack against him has advantage.
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 Okay.
And then
Advantage.
you know what? I'm not gonna twin it. Never mind. That's fine.
Nah. Okay. All right. So you're happy with that?
Yep, that's it for me.
Okay. Let's just double check a thing.
No, nothing needs to be double checked.
What kind of damage is that? Is that
Radiant, I believe. Let me look.
It says radiant.
Oh yeah, it does say it over there, doesn't it? Yep, radiant.
Does it? Oh yeah, it does.
Under the 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the chat.
Cool. Okay, fantastic.
A 2, a 6, and 2 1s. It's
Can you
like
describe that?
Yeah, she kind of like there's movement behind her and she glances back for a second thinking Albert's falling, and when she realizes that he's jumping over, she doesn't have to feel like she has to interpose herself anymore. So that's why she takes a step over and instead of focusing on the Naga, focuses on Antia to try to get his attention. And there's like a little bit of almost like starting like at the top of her form and the bottom of her form at the same time. There's like a little bit of a glow that like comes to the like it meets around like the shoulder and then like travels down her arm and the end of her wand and like turns into like a very thin little beam and kind of shoots out at him, and when it hits him it almost is like a sheen that wraps around him and makes him like glow a little bit.
Okay, so we got a glowy ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Glowy ghost.
Little thing here that I needed to do. Okay, cool. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Right, the top of the turn for the enemies now, since everyone's had all their fucking goes in one go. We have Spooky Scary Bone Naga.
Mm-hmm.
Spooky Scary Bone Naga. Okay. I think they're going to move. What's their
Into the pit of
intelligence?
abyss.
Okay. They are going to. They are actually going to crawl over the pit.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
They are going to make a
Right.
dexterity saving throw.
Oh, they actually are. Wow.
They get advantage. Yeah, they definitely succeed that. And they get over here. As suspected. Oh, it's there, sorry. It's just hard to put the token in the right place because it's a little bit out of proportion.
That's fair.
I think it's like just please go where I want you to go. Okay, that's gonna have to be fine. And position itself here. It's then going to ready an action.
Does it look like it's casting a spell?
It's ready in action.
Okay.
And it kind of slithers, quote unquote, over to you, clunking itself.
Scrapes.
Yeah, against the floor. It's like xylophone kind of bones. Clink, 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 clink. As it kind of looks over at Ansia for a moment, and then Ansia has a go. Ansia gets to make a saving throw.
They're also slowed. Oh yeah.
Yeah, against the slow. Can you remember what your spell DC is, please?
16.
And it was a wisdom.
Let me check on slow. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. They succeed on their saving throw.
Boo.
No more slow, but they're still illuminating.
I think
Do they do it at the end of their turn? Have I missed
at the end of its turn.
Okay, in which case it's slowed for this particular turn.
Mhm.
All right. So it can move.
Its speed is halved.
Oh my god.
Slow.
Okay. Oh, it's not going to reach. Okay. In which case. Damn it. Okay.
Yes.
What it's going to do instead is turn to face just the room in general. And it says, he kind of just in anguish and despair unhinges his jaw and drops
That's
it
not
down
cool.
to midway through his chest. And he just screams and bellows in a fashion that echoes throughout the chamber. Each of you kind of feel the vibrations in your chest and in your arms and in your skin as you are subjected to its horrifying visage. Please, everybody, make a charisma saving throw. Nope, a wisdom saving throw.
That's better.
Oh, man. Samesies.
Oh no!
I would like to use a point of luck, assuming that mine. Wait, does mine save or not? Or are we not telling
which
me
one's
that?
yours?
14.
Your saves, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I can't do anything.
Nobody else does.
Oh, I was going to use Flash of Inspiration on my saving throw, so it's a 14.
Give me just a second. I think I have a thing for this.
Everyone, look at the character sheet, quick. What do you have?
Oh no, that's just for ability checks.
Okay.
Does it rely on hearing?
No.
Can you add combat inspiration to this?
I mean, you tell me.
I mean, we're in combat.
Oh, you mean our D6s that you're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah.
Storage ones? We're in combat, yeah. But do you have those saved up still?
I have two
Are we
still.
doing those every game? I can't remember if we're doing those every game.
Yeah, we've been like sharing the combat ones back and forth, but I still have two.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I've marked that on the main sheet. Let me double check.
Well, what I meant to ask was, do we have to get the D6s every game? Like, we don't store them up?
The combat
No,
ones we store.
do, yeah.
Combat
The
ones.
regular ones we
D6s.
don't.
Okay, all right. In which case, you can use one of those per turn.
Okay, yeah, I use one. Let me see if I can.
Does it count as
Okay,
difficult
and-
terrain?
Okay.
Wait, I'm gonna use my.
Wait, don't wait.
Hmm.
I have this thing.
Mm-hmm. You can fail a saving throw or miss with an
2d4.
attack roll. You can roll 2d4 and add it to the total, possibly changing the outcome.
Another 6. So now it's 14.
Oh my god. Okay.
I
Wait,
might
so
have a
that's-
thing too.
Oh my god. Do I have any d6s? Someone in
No.
chat.
I
Please
don't have
give
a
me
thing.
D6 right now.
I don't
Give
have
me
a thing.
If you give me a d6 right now, I was gonna make a joke, but it would have been really inappropriate. So I'm not gonna make-
Wait, what was your joke going to be? You have to
It's
tell us
just-
now.
It was inappropriate. It was very adult. I'm not gonna.
We've talked about horse erotica on this stream. Is it worse than that?
I mean, it was inappropriate.
Was it favors?
Oh God. Ugh.
Okay,
I'm
that's
just-
all I'm putting into the save. So
Okay, so that gets you to a grand total of what?
14.
14 is that's what I'm talking about. Papaya.
Papaya,
Let's go,
why?
baby?
Why
Let's
papaya?
go,
Why
baby.
papaya?
Papaya's my favorite. I'm gonna roll a d6. I'm gonna get a 3. I'm gonna subtract that from Nerdy's score. Bring it down to an
Hi.
11.
I'm gonna
Thank
remember
you,
this
papaya.
papaya. Sleep with one eye
Okay.
open.
Oh, baby. I'm so glad that Papaya gave me that d6, but also that I jammed for enough time for Papaya to give me that d6. Okay, so what we're doing with that is that means that the only person to save. Oh, wait, you got a 14 as well, Haiku?
Yeah, +3.
Okay, so the only people to save are Oro and Haiku. Everyone else fails, including Nugget.
What about Albert?
Oh god,
Should-
Albert,
should we have
Albert
Albert?
automatically fails. Automatically fails, absolutely. So unhinging his jaw and his pupils and his eyes just go completely blank white. And unfortunately, the glowing sheen that you've given him just kind of amplifies the effect almost, as this bellow shakes and just vibrates off the walls. And you are feared.
I am afeared. Am I feared?
At the same time, the Bone Naga uses its action that it has held and casts.
Nope, counterspell.
You can't. You're feared.
Fears mean you can't take reactions?
I think so. I think the only action you can take is that you can run away, right?
I don't know.
Well, we're gonna have to check.
Yeah.
Frightened, disadvantage, can't willingly move closer. Can't
Oh, good.
disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls when it's in the source. Was the source of its fear. Damn it, you can make counter spells. Fucking how many goddamn counter spells does one woman have?
All of them.
All right. In
Enough.
which case the
gonna do-
unhinging jaw goes apart. Malkovir for Oro to get purged from the list. Damn it! Stupid fear not stopping Nerdy from casting counter spells.
And I'm gonna do it at a 4th level just in case.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm really scared now.
Mm.
Yes.
Even individual.
Exactly.
I'm multi-class, so
missed
I
that.
can counter spell too. So a level 4 guarantees counter spell success on everything below 4th
4
level,
and
right?
below. Mhm.
Fuck. God damn it. All right. Well, you succeed in that. Which means that this spell does not go off. You can see that it raises its jaw. There's a lot of jaw action going on here, and it hisses in a kind of an arcane timbre. And you manage to just in fear overcast your counter spell. And no, stop it! No, none of that right now. This is way more scary over here. Stop. Feel free to describe it if you'd like in your own way.
I think she is so terrified that instead of having any type of like decorum or typical like whatever like rituals that go with each spell, she literally just screams and like flails her arms that direction, like in like a protective thing, and it's like a blast of like wind almost that kind of like wipes the magic out of the air.
Okay, so he did make his saving throw against slow, but that's not going to take action until end of his turn, which means he can only move 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces over here. Because he's got a faster movement
Does
speed.
he trip on
than
the rock?
Average. Does he trip on the rock? No, he does not trip on the rock. But the Bone Naga spell is nullified, frustratingly. But
Wait, where did he go? Oh,
He's
there he is. I
down.
see him now.
no. Kind of blends
got
in
his
with the wall a
camouflage
little
on.
bit, Yeah.
He does, yeah.
Wait, where is he? Oh,
Yellow
there.
dot.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we move down to Haiku. Haiku, you are currently levitating.
I am.
You've just seen this guy's jaw unhinge, and just half of your party has just shit themselves. I mean,
Simultaneously.
Albert was already on the floor crawling away, so it's no surprise that that he is also cacking it. But yeah, there's a lot going on right now.
There is.
Unfortunately, like, you're still levitating, but you can cancel the spell.
Does that take an action, or can I just
You can do
cancel?
it for free, I think.
Just gonna cancel them.
Okay. You fall to the ground.
Quite a heavy thud.
Thank.
Why do fancy air waving when you can yell? All right, so you've hit the ground. What is it you want to do?
I'm gonna move up slightly. Then getting slightly cocky with what happened last time. Gonna try and telekinetically shove. No, do you have a Bone Naga
Sure.
backwards? If I can remember what that entails.
It's
It's a
a
bonus action, so we're gonna make a strength saving throw of
Yep.
DC 14.
They succeed.
Okay. I assume I can't use my D6 to take anything off of theirs. Actually, that's not a thing.
No.
Yeah, fair enough.
You guys have got enough stuff you can do with D6s. I've got
they
to.
look
I've
like
got to
really-
have enough fun. Like DM's got to have fun as well.
Do they look like really strong creatures? Like really strong?
I mean, it's hard to judge because they're not. There's not a lot of muscle going on.
That's true.
Mm.
I was wondering, I have an inspiration, and I was like, could it be so angry at me that it's like caught a little bit off guard, and could I use my inspiration to give it disadvantage on that roll?
What would you do to give it disadvantage?
Oh, I just counterspelled the shit out of its big multi thing, and I'm kind of
Mhm.
like, I'm scared of him, but after it works, there's like a little bit of like a relief, and maybe she kind of like smiles and isn't like she's not like a super sassy person or anything like that, but there's a little bit of like confidence, and she kind of like stares the thing down even though it's bigger than her a little bit, but like there's like that fear behind her still where
Yeah,
she's
I
just kind
don't
of like
think-
he's afraid, but like
I feel like you having this air of intimidation may be somewhat diminished by the
Oh.
fact that you're terrified of.
yeah, not that it would be intimidating to the creature, but that it would just make it angry that she was successful and like look pleased with herself. And if
I
no,
mean,
that's okay. But
if
she,
you've got if you do have an inspiration.
yeah, I do. Mhm.
I'll take an inspiration if you can do something more like just shove it to give it a little bit, knock it off balance. whilst
Oh,
it's being
okay,
shoved
then
at the same
yeah. I
time.
mean, she's not very strong, but yeah, I could. Yeah. If I can use the inspiration to like tell what he's doing, I could try to.
I mean, the only direction that you can move is away from Ansia right now, right?
Yeah, which
So-
would be exactly that direction. Okay, so maybe she's like in her fear and trying to get away from him, kind of like notices what Haiku's doing, and will give it a little bit of like a shoulder check as she moves.
Yeah, exactly. I love the idea of a shoulder check to a giant bone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. If you want to use your inspiration for that and give him a disadvantage, then we'll roll
Yeah.
disadvantage. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, I succeeded on that one as well.
Okay.
It was. What was the DC? Sorry, was it 16? You said.
14.
Oh yes. No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Succeeded by even more than I
Even more
thought.
succeeded.
Yeah. But regardless, I think that was a good attempt because that would have been potentially disastrous. Maybe I shouldn't have given you that simply because of reaction usage for the counterspell already. But it's too late now.
That's fair. I'll take the inspiration back.
No, it's too late now. Top of the turn order, we have Randall.
Oh, I
That's
wasn't done.
me.
Oh, you weren't
Oh.
done?
I was thinking about bonus action.
My God, I am a quick boy, and just tell me what you want to do.
End my turn.
Tempted to. I've already moved 5 foot, haven't I? Let's move back to there and cast. There's like rocks and crap on the floor, aren't there? Like
There's
debris.
coins, lots of coins. A couple of debris stones and stuff are falling down with the
There's the light stone. You've got the light bush.
Yeah, you got the
which is
light
actually a
bush as
stone.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go pick up a coin. I'll cast catapult but using like the coin as the projectile.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Can you see him? So unfortunately, this sarcophagus, bearing in mind we're in a 10-foot room, 10-foot high room, is about 6 foot off the ground because it's been lifted up by a few steps. You can see it's tall. I have not described that well enough in the past for you to understand that you did not.
Yeah, was the
full
girth
vision.
not like slightly hovering though?
Yeah, no, it's slightly hovering, but it's slightly hovering behind cover.
How tall is Haiku?
I think to be fair, if you made one step to the right, you'd be fine.
Yeah, it's like there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go there then.
And you get advantage. It's a ranged spell attack, isn't it? So you get advantage because he's lit up.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's not a spell attack. It's a.
Oh, it's a dex save.
It's a dex save.
Oh.
He makes a dex save and succeeds. Okay, so spell slot is used. You use your. How do you want to describe it to me? Because this is a spell, but it's also quite closely linked to your. What is that?
I thought that I would be able to see the spell description just because I didn't know what it did, but it doesn't work when I click on it. Funny. I was
Oh,
just
it works for me.
"Ooh." Well, you're the DM.
Does it not work for you? That's so bizarre. I feel
No,
like it should.
When they changed it where you could click to roll your damage, only the person who rolled in the DM can do it. So I should have assumed that it would be that way. But
Yeah, it's trying to read something like out of the sheet, but it looks like
Yeah.
we don't have access to it.
Choose one object weighing 1 to 5 pounds within range that isn't being worn or carried. The object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in a direction you choose before falling to the ground, stopping early if it impacts a solid surface. If the object would strike a creature, that creature makes a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes it and stops moving, and it takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage. That's quite nice. It's a shame that it missed.
ow.
But it did, unfortunately. Okay. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, that's it.
That's it. Okay. All right. Randall.
It's me. So Randall's gonna stand here, and it's like he's frightened, but he can feel it, kind of like feel the fear creeping in, and remembers that he can go into like his meditation space, and he'll like just stop, like take a few deep breaths, and just like retreat to his safe space.
What does the safe space look like in his head?
A endless library, obviously,
with
with nobody else there, and no late fees.
Oh. Okay, so is that a key point action sort of thing?
It's just an action.
It's just an action the monks
Just a
can
straight
do.
up action.
Just have a bit
It's
of a
stillness of mind. Any
Beautiful.
charmed or frightened, ends one effect.
Nice.
And
Okay,
I assume
cool.
there is only one effect.
Yes, there is only one effect.
Therefore, I do that.
Nice. Okay.
And then I take a step away from the edge.
Smart.
No, you can't. You can't walk towards Ansia.
Yeah, I
Oh.
can.
He's not feared
Okay.
anymore.
I'm not
Oh,
feared
he's not
anymore.
feared anymore. God fucking damn it, Tom.
'Cause that's what-
Retain
that's what
information
things-
longer than 30 seconds. All right. Good job. All right. Anything else we return?
No, I can't. Remember anything
Okay.
else.
Oro Nugget.
What happens
One of you
here?
is spooked.
Yeah, what happens here because Nugget's the one that's spooked?
So Nugget can't move towards Ansia. Nugget. You tell me. How do you think Nugget, a very dumb creature,
Oof.
Gosh, jeez.
okay, objectively has a low intelligence score creature, would react to being terrified?
I don't want to tell you what I think.
I don't want to answer that question.
I think Nugget would
I
do
want my
with it
lawyer present.
totally fine. Yeah, my D&D lawyer.
person.
Where's Adam?
Yeah. I'm in two minds of whether the Nugget would be like go backwards and like force Oro off, or just be like very still, as if like I know Oro's on my back, I need to protect Oro still. Like that's still the fundamental thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't decide which one is.
Flip a coin. The one that you
one.
don't. When you're not happy with the result, you know what the answer you would be.
I'm gonna roll a 1d2.
Okay.
And one is recoils backwards.
Okay.
Okay, recoils backwards.
Okay. And so knocking you off.
Or it would fall off, yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm giving you an inspiration point for that, because that is a really cool choice to have made. Not that
Wait
you
for,
made the
waiting for it.
choice,
Where's the butt? Here
Where's
comes
the
the butt.
but we're also going to take that a bit further, and that Nugget is going to peg it.
Okay.
Okay.
Gonna what?
So that's British slang for run away very fast.
Ah, okay.
Not something else that is
Yeah,
called
it's
that.
I was like, I stopped paying attention for 2 seconds to read chat.
Can't call it that anymore. We gotta slate that.
Yeah.
A little sick to my stomach for a second there.
Going to run away very fast.
There we go.
Run
Book
away
it.
very fast. Book it.
That's
yes.
what we would say.
That's
Gonna
the
book
same.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Leg
Uh-huh.
it.
It's a
Leg it is fine.
unilateral
Leg it's fine.
slang.
Leg it.
Leg it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leg it is also. Yeah.
Cheese it.
Legit. Leg.
Cheese is it?
Not heard that
Jesus,
one
it-
before?
No.
Not
Or
really,
only from
no.
you, maybe.
Cheese it.
Yeah, I would say it's a jack word as well. Yeah.
The Jack
Jack,
thing.
that's Jackwood. Yeah.
Okay, so Oro gets knocked off. And Nugget, how much movement speed is it? 60 flying?
All of it.
Oh,
It's like 60 flying, right?
Yeah, 60.
10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 40, 45.
Can Nugget fly all the way out there though? Is it not like
50.
low ceiling over there?
I mean, it's they've been flying fine with Oro on their back, so why not now?
Yeah, but
They're
only
not
in this
on their
room.
back.
I thought this
Oh,
room was
is
a bit bigger.
No, this is smaller. It's not, if anything.
Oh,
I
I tried.
And it's actually
Really
getting an attack of opportunity.
there's a clip now.
Right, it misses.
Thank you,
misses.
Phil.
The ceiling is an adjustable docks, clearly.
Hey, Kawhi, he's not.
Lots of other choices, but not what Tom said. It's not psycho, I feel. Okay, Nugget's gone. Nugget has legged it. Nugget will get to make a saving throw, though. Make
Okay.
a saving throw at the end of their turn.
End of the turn.
Yeah, and you're not afraid, so you're fine. I mean, you know, again, you get an inspiration point for that, and additionally, I'm sure Oro won't necessarily take that personally.
Yeah, no.
But you're on the ground now.
Mhm.
Nugget is gone. What does Oro want to do?
How much movement do I have? 35. 10. 35. No, 25. Bad math. And it's a bonus action for me to change to my daggers, right? From my bow.
Unless you want to just drop your bow.
Yeah, fuck
I think
it.
we said
drop
it. I
the
think
bow.
we said it. I think we said it was a bonus action, didn't we? Because we
Yeah, we did.
homebrewed this for you, didn't we? So yeah, go on then. Bonus action to get your daggers
Okay.
out.
All right. And go doot, doot. And I would like to try and stab Le Boy.
Okay, it still has its advantage toggly boy on, so you can't make 2 attacks because you've used your bonus already, but you can make 1 attack.
Okay. 13. Jesus. Okay. Does that hit?
But there's an advantage though, so you have to roll again.
I do.
That's a hit. There we go.
Please. 10.
Okay. Oof. 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 That's a fair amount of damage considering it's not your hunter's mark, and you only have 1, and you don't have sneak attack.
True.
We'll take a 10 damage on that. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Spit in his face. No, that's it. I'll do.
I assume like
through.
Haiku couldn't shout something out during our turn.
Yeah, you can if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna shout, move back.
All right.
Can I move here? You mean like wait, move?
That's a
move,
wall.
move back. Haiku?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just gonna shout move back.
You're gonna take an attack.
Oh, that would be an attack of opportunity, though. I don't want to take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, so you're not moving back?
No.
Okay.
No, I was moving around to confirm what he meant, but
Oh, I see.
because
okay.
I would like to go here, but if I can't fit through that
That's a
little
wall, yeah.
gap, then I'll be like, soz, nah.
You stone form.
Sosna. Sosna. Okay. Sosna.
What's that?
Sosna. Okay. Right. So Nugget now makes a saving throw against the fear.
Wisdom?
Yep.
20.
Success. Nugget comes to their senses, realizes what they've done, and they're like, "Fuck no! I left Oro." What? Oh no! I left Oro. No! I'm coming back for you, lassie. And is back on track.
I assume no movement though, because they've used the move.
No movement. Well, this is the end of their turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
Albert, cacking it. Neurally.
What does that mean? Is that another booking it?
No, it's
euphemism?
pooping.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Scared.
Gotcha.
Very afraid.
In the spirit of being very afraid, I think Neurally.
Sorry, 1 second. Han Solo, that's the Vulcan guy from Stargate Galactica, right? Jesus. Oh my god. Sorry. That was so much. Go ahead. I apologize.
It like hurts all of us deeply inside in ways we
so
can't really
much.
describe.
Yeah, there was so
Yeah.
much going on at the same time.
So I think in the spirit of the fear, Nerali is going to reach out as before to the side and is going to Misty Step. I get 30 feet, right? So gonna do like a hiding in the corner kind of thing and zoop over here to the zoop over here. Zoop? I guess that's a word now. I don't know. And then, so that's a bonus action. And with my action, I'm going to chill touch the big snake thing.
Okay.
Yeah, 28 to hit. Jesus Christ. And I rolled a 1 and an 8.
How bonkers is it that chill touch can do damage to an undead creature?
I think that's the purpose. Is it's supposed to be like the coldness of the grave, bringing the undead back to that?
Oh my goodness. Well, chill touch. If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you for the until the end of your next turn. To me, that seems like fighting fire with fire, but okay.
But sometimes you have to fight fires with fires. You light little backfires to prevent a bigger fire from spreading.
True
Roll
facts.
your, all right. So it's an attack 28,
11 damage.
Okay, and that's
And it
against
has-
the bone naga.
Yeah, because I don't think I can see him anymore.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I felt like it made more sense for her to be so afraid of him that she just wanted to get away from him and
Sure.
keep this thing from hitting her.
Wait a second. Okay. All right. So technically, you don't have line of sight, which means you don't have disadvantage on your attack roll against this target. But if you could see Ansia, you would have disadvantage on this attack roll. Because it has to be line of sight that stops you from that.
She wanted
so
to hide
that's-
anyway, so that worked out really well.
Yeah, it did work out, didn't it? Okay. Okie dokie. On a hit, takes 1d8 necrotic damage, and you upcast that.
Well, it's just that because we're level 8 or whatever now, it's gone up.
Oh, I
If
see.
the description goes on to say, it doesn't have the rest of the description. It automatically did the 2d8
Sure.
because I think that with cantrips they go up with you per level,
Sure,
and it's
sure.
usually
Yeah,
by
yeah.
like level 5 or 7 or something.
Mhm.
You get another d8 or whatever.
Okay.
Plus, I have the flower, so it gets 2 damage on top of that.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
And there's a
Right.
skeletal hand holding on to the neck of the thing. Mhm.
Like, not in a sexy way.
No.
All right. So your turn is over?
Yep.
Okay, great. Bone snake. What's a bone snake gonna do? Bone snake Bone snake
Tries to
knows
find
what
its
bone
friend.
snake's gonna do. Bone snake's gonna come over here.
I
Bone
knew-
snake.
I knew it, Bone Snake.
Bone snake?
And I didn't attack
Yeah.
anything. Bone Snake knew.
Bone snake gets a attack. against
Dexterity
you.
saving throw.
Did that already.
Oh.
I rolled fucking abysmally. Oh my god, that scream.
Feel thing
I heard
was
that one.
500 bits.
You heard that one, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you heard that one.
Oh, the Wilhelm scream! I love it.
Damn it, that perfectly aligns with how I'm feeling right now about the fact that I just rolled a miss for this particular
Yes.
attack.
Yes.
The fangs of this giant bone naga swipe at you as its jaw closes down just shy of your head. This massive creature just chomping down right next to you as you you decide either you deftly dodge or it just misses you. There was a really interesting thread that I put in the D&D shit channel the other day, or it's not called the D&D shit channel, but it's whatever. That kind of summarized something that's kind of already in the DMG/player handbook or whatever anyway, but I hadn't conceptualized HP in this way, and it was really interesting to me. But they were talking about how really HP isn't you until you get to about half health anyway. It's not necessarily you taking stabs and jabs and bleeding out. It's about your power to go on just generally. So it can be psychological, it can be physical, it can be just the state of your armor or the strength in your arm holding up your shield and that kind of thing. And it was a really interesting concept to me. It just hadn't occurred to me as something that was like, I mean, I guess it had, but at the same time, like, it wasn't something that was at the forefront of my mind as something that could be used so clearly in D&D. I'm just chatting shit. I'm sure it's occurred to other people before. But the idea was essentially that you don't really start bleeding or looking like you've been hit by anything until you get to like half health, maybe, and then that's when people start stabbing you. But I feel like it's a really difficult thing to conceptualize, because what's the difference then between I miss and you take no damage, and I hit you and you take damage, but not real physical damage, you just take psychic damage, and it's in context, it's flavored as, oh, you definitely managed to dodge and block with your shield because you take damage.
think of like a fight, like a superhero fight, where it's a whole lot of like deflecting and throwing people into walls, and they start to look like tired and haggard, and eventually they like aren't able to like block the big blows anymore. And that's
Yeah.
how I would see it. That was perfectly timed. Yeah.
It's a great
That was
timing.
that was honestly absolutely flawless,
Thank you,
Papaya. That was
Papaya.
really amazing. That was so good.
Roleplay's gonna win. Yeah, true. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Oh my god, that was so good. Anyway, I went on a bit of a rant there. I apologize. That was funny though. Oh my god. So we're getting around the halfway mark. Should we have a bio break? What's this? I mean, I can't see this combat going for much longer, but it probably would be.
Okay.
Depends
Yeah.
on how
Good
we
call.
roll, right?
That's true. Yeah, you could roll terribly, but I just rolled very terribly, and I've not done any real significant damage to any of you because you deleted one of my monsters last game, and have counterspell. You know, one of the reasons I put 2 bone nagas in was because if you counterspell one, you can't counterspell the other, and yet what's happened? Anyway,
You've got
Anyway.
2 support classes playing now.
god damn it. That's how I see it too. You get a cut or a scrape, but eventually you get tired and you can't dodge and block. Yeah, so I mean, I'd always I'd considered it. That had been in my mind, but it had always been more of a like, oh, your armor gets damaged, that kind of thing. I don't know. It's hard for me to describe just like why that was a connection that my brain hadn't quite made yet. And I think it's cool, but I do still think role playing is kind of weird, huh? Just that there's that disconnect between what constitutes you rolling poorly and the attack not connecting. You've missed the armor class or the DC or whatever, and what constitutes you hitting but take like in for flavor in combat and stuff. It doesn't add up because you've got anyway.
Do you want
Bio break.
feedback on that?
No, I'm not. It's not something that's ever going to be
Okay.
applied to this game. I
Okay.
think we're gonna go with how it is. You know, if we apply it contextually, it's fine. It's just, you know, it's one of those things that I think you would have to start off with from the very beginning, and you'd have to put yourself in that mindset, as opposed to something that you could just pick up and apply to your game halfway through, just for continuity and that kind of thing. But anyway, bio break time.
Bio
If you want a
break.
bio break, I'm gonna go refill my drink personally. Just so you have a bit of a break.
Mhm.
Okay.
Turn your cam off.
All right. I'm gonna turn my cam off. If you guys are new here, then our bio breaks last as long as it takes for us to pee and come back or whatever. We won't be
Wait.
gone for.
If you
very
turn it
long.
off, it
If you turn
messes
it
all
off,
the
it's
cameras
gonna mess up. Yeah.
Oh, you need to cover your cam.
That's what
Yeah.
the cover.
Okay. I'm gonna turn it around. How about that? There
There
you
we
go. All
go.
right. Okay.
Wait.
See you shortly.
Oh, there you go. That's pretty much the same. All right, right back.
Oh, I've returned, but my camera's still facing the wrong direction. Oh my goodness, you saw my finger for a fraction of a second.
The one direction it's facing. Lolo.
Hi.
I know that's a band. I don't know any of their songs. So that's the extent of that joke for you.
Is One Direction like a European band?
No, I think it's just a boy band that's marketed to people slightly younger than me.
Ah,
And so I don't
okay.
give a shit about them. I've never really been into boy bands. So
Okay. Right. I'm
how's
sad that
it?
my other Bone Naga got deleted. I'm sad at past Tom for allowing that deletion.
Allowing. It was really
Or
cool.
enabling that.
Enabling, yeah.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. You had a cool moment. You did a cool thing, Jack. You deserved the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
God, it's so weird to me how blonde my hair looks.
It's very blonde.
Yeah. Need to get some color back into it.
You look very similar to Amber.
I noticed that in like the last time I visited her, I realized after I left that we forgot to take a single picture together. There were 30 pictures on my phone of Hal, her dog. There were no pictures on my phone of the two of us. So this time we were like pictures together and we took one and I was kind of like, huh. Because we were wearing the same lipstick at the time too. And I was like, no, we're going to get mistaken for sisters, which compliment to me. But yeah, it was funny.
Good looking ladies.
Oh, thanks.
But you do look very similar. That hair color.
Yeah, with the blonde hair especially, and because she got bangs recently too, so hers are more like curtainy, but still like, yeah. I noticed it in the picture, and I was like, oh man, I have to get some green back in this hair.
Okay, let me think up my next couple of turns.
What do you think? What am I going to do? Hit him?
I was just thinking about that when I was like doing the break. I was like, you know, if we do another campaign, I should not play a caster. I should definitely be like a barbarian, like no skills, no spells, just straight up like I'm gonna hit it real hard.
Well, because I was in that game with Sophie. She was DMing a game of Rime of the Frost Maiden. That is kind of unfortunately it's one of those games that's had the kiss of death of just timetabling and stuff. And you know how difficult it is to get those games back on track once that's happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen with that one, but I had a fighter for that one because I was like, I just want to hit things. And then we've got Humblewood that we're playing with Evan, and I'm a paladin in that one. And I'm like, you know what? Paladin's the perfect class. You know, you get to hit things real hard and you get a couple spells. It's perfect for me.
Mm-hmm.
I do really like playing paladins, yeah. Especially when you get to play like I played in a Dark Matter mini campaign. I say recently. It was sometime in the past COVID. I don't know, 1.5 years, 2 or something like that. And it was so nice because they, you know, Dark Matter is like an in space kind of setting. And so then you run into like, okay, well, paladins can't do a lot with ranged attack. It's all melee for them. And in space, like, sure, there are laser swords, but most people have blasters. So they had a channel divinity called like Long Arm, where you could add your divine smite to ranged attacks too. And so it's like a divine blaster smite. Just so satisfying.
That's cool. Thing is, allowed only for a user to buy one per stream. Could change it. It's down to me.
The holy gun.
I think maybe we need to think about our D6s again, like the combat ones and the out of combat ones and stuff. Just because it's been a while since we've looked at them, and it might be worth a. I'm a healer, but exactly.
That's War Cleric, though. I love playing War Clerics too, because it's like, sure, I can cast a 7th level heal on you, but also Earthquake. Oh, and your attack missed? Blessing of the War God. No, it didn't. +10. Like, fucking War Clerics are so fun.
Okay, let's get back down to business. To defeat the players.
Hey,
Oh, what?
Oh, wait a second.
But that's us.
defeat these bums. There we go.
There
I
you
did
go.
it better this
right.
time.
So this big old snaky boy has chomped down at Randall and missed.
I know how Randall dodges the attack.
I'm listening.
So I imagine like the snake is coming down with its fangs out like this.
Mm-hmm.
And at the last second, Randall sees that coming and he like crouches and puts his walking stick in the ground and like has it above him so he can't hit him.
Nice. That's very cool. Wow, what a cool scene.
Bam.
We can come up with these cool scenes together. Awesome.
Toilet.
Together
Do it
made
more
it. Toilet.
More often.
Saying that we came up with this scene together makes it sound like I came up with the scene in any contribution at all, which I did not. That's just a very cool thing. All right, okay. And now Ansia gets their turn. I think they get. All right. Okay. I think they are going to use their action to disappear.
Pussy bitch.
Oh.
That's what Oro
Somewhere
says
in
as
the
they
middle.
disappear.
That's gonna be another soundbite if I ever heard one. Pussy bitch.
I thought it was one. Hang on.
I was gonna say, I just hear like off in the corner, Randall's like, "Is that more circus speak?"
I think that might already be in the
Please
in
check,
this-
because if it's not, then we definitely have to have Randall catch up on that one.
The circus talk
Oh no,
lexicon.
sorry. I've got pussy little bitch.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Well, I think that would still be straightforward. Is that they're more of a pussy bitch would be the without the little descriptor there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would have said that a pussy little bitch would be a greater insult than a pussy bitch.
Yeah, it'd be a pussy lesser bitch if it was
Yeah.
the
Ironically, more of a pussy by being a little pussy.
All right. Anyway,
That's
Haiku, you're up. And
moving swiftly along.
has after getting trounced by you guys, had a look of kind of frustration. Their jaw hinged back into place, and they just kind of faded into a fine kind of mist, ethereal kind of silken mist, and disappeared in front of your eyes.
How peculiar. Well, move up there. Definitely has line of sight on the bone naga there, surely.
Yep.
We'll go with flamethrower, I think.
Okay.
Sorry, it's in every book. Yeah, need to make a dexterity saving throw against my spell save. Which is 14.
They fail.
Yeah. It's a full amount of damage this time then.
Oh. Would you like to describe how the Bone Naga is defeated by your flamethrower?
Oh. Maybe it's not too well aimed and it just catches the bone naga's tail, but sort of continues and fizzles up from the tail end. Like a fuse.
Sure. Sure. It's like, I like to imagine it's maybe like the cartilage or something sets alight and it just starts to like fuse and pop and explode as parts of bone start to just kind of erupt as it follows its way up the body of the bone naga, and eventually it crumbles into nothingness. And you are left alone with the whimpers of Albert in the corner and the gently echoing sounds of combat as they die down. And There we are.
Has combat ended?
No,
We're
it
all
hasn't.
looking around
Okay.
everywhere.
Like
Okay,
the
then.
daggers out. Has the boss music
Finish.
stopped, or is it still going? I don't know.
The boss music stopped.
Yeah.
The
Can we
boss
sleep yet? Can we rest?
Yeah, can we save the game?
It appears
Matches
that
F5.
that the aggressive presence that was here has left for now. As time ticks by, you're all holding your weapons. You're standing in your ready stance.
Playing our ready loop.
Yeah. A minute passes. Nothing has happened.
Nugget makes its way to me, surely by now.
Yes, Nugget finds their way over to you,
Like, what's going on?
looking
Boss
a bit
music's still
guilty.
playing. What do we do?
Does the fear fade?
The fear fades. Yeah,
Okay.
you get to make a saving throw every turn, so you would have fairly quickly have got your saving throw.
Oh yeah, I forgot to make saving throws at the end of my turns. That's okay. If I'm not in combat and can casually step over this little corner, do I still have to make a dex save?
Yep.
Someone come help.
I'll help.
Okay. If you're helping each other, I won't require a dex save. You'll be okay.
Okay.
It's just that it's the concept of you taking a step over. It's particularly those diagonal steps that makes it like dexterous. And more like if you were making a running leap, I probably wouldn't take anything
Okay.
from you. It's just that those kind of diagonal connections there are very precarious. Whereas if you're jumping from like the center platform to somewhere that's just solid ground, you're okay. That's Eurolingo sentence. After the meal, the dogs do not clean the dishes.
Bullshit.
Every time, dogs. Come on.
Not wrong.
Have we pushed this button yet?
Which one?
The middle one.
Mm,
Don't think so.
don't think we have, right?
Didn't the ghost push it?
Nope.
No, he pushed this one over here. She points over across the room
Ah.
behind Randall.
We can push it if you want. Why not? Complete all the puzzles.
You notice that during the combat, at some point, the lid of the sarcophagus in the center of the room has become loose.
That's what I thought it was going to do. So, JK. Who notices that? All of us?
All of you, yeah. I mean, you've got some time now.
Maybe we should look in there first.
How loose is it? Is it like off a little bit? Like, can we see in it from how it is or not?
Off enough that you can move it with ease, but not enough that you can see inside of it. It's dark in there.
Okay, I want to do a quick check-in for traps then. Just on
Go
the off
ahead.
chance.
I will help.
Check in for traps with friends.
What do I click for trap check-in?
Investigation, yeah.
Yeah.
18. Oh, help. 16. 18.
You do not find any traps.
Okay. Alright, let's try opening it then. Fuck it. YOLO.
Fuck it.
Fuck it,
Okay.
YOLO. Looks at
It's going to
Randall. see if
require
I've
some
said
help.
that.
But
Said YOLO before, I think we're okay.
oh, Randall's not paying attention. Okay. Has Oro said YOLO before?
Oh no. I heard that and I was like, why does that matter?
Ha 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 ha. I can try to help them push it. Given that it's 6 feet off the ground, I figure I can just stick a quarterstaff in one side and like lift my feet up off the ground, and that's more effort than I could put in by actually trying to pull. So
Okay.
like simple machine lever it.
Yeah, so you're going to simple machine lever it with your basic bitch quarterstaff.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Just by helping them.
Yeah, okay. For that, considering it's the health action and you're not doing this on your own, then
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
no,
going to
no,
have
no.
your quarterstaff break. But I was
Okay.
very tempted to have that.
I don't use it for anything else anyway. Then I
Yeah,
would just
that's
have
fine.
8 steps.
2 8 steps. It's got to be better, right?
Okay, so with combined effort, you guys do manage to shift the top of this sarcophagus, and it kind of starts to grind quietly and then loudly, and then it slams against the ground underneath you. As it does, it shakes the floor, and coins around it kind of scutter off the floor and land again with a tinker. But it's still a while up. Anyone going to poke their head in, have a look?
I'll do it. I climb on Nugget's back.
The shortest of us.
Who do you climb on the back of?
Nugget.
Okay. Right. Inside, sure enough, you see the skeletal remains of whom you can only assume was Ansia the Paranoid. Ansia is dressed in the same attire that you saw previously, although very little of it remains. It seems like maybe some kind of gold gilding that was kind of embroidered into the fabric was enough actual gold that still kind of remains. But the fabric itself has just fallen into tatters and dust and disappeared with age. The skeleton of Ansia is
jar in a
holding.
Field. It was just a mason jar full of meat in the forest.
Just in the sarcophagus. It's a meat jar.
Worst geocache ever.
Thank you, Phil.
Worst geocache ever. That's one of my favorite sound alerts, partly because it's so long, but also because the meat jar thing is so fucking crazy to me. And then is worst geocache ever part. It's just so good. But anyway, thank you, Fool, for contributing that to our game. You find a terrible geocache. You see that Ansia is clutching something in their hands. They are holding a book, which appears to be kind of like the seam of it appears to be wax sealed, almost in a way that it looks like it's been purposefully preserved. Like the spine and the cover are kind of normal, kind of leather bound, but it's kind of in itself been preserved like by a wax seal around the edges almost. You can see that the skeleton is wearing a ring, a fine gold signet ring with the sigil of the Oboskir family on it. There are also a couple of other items in here, which I have written down somewhere. Somewhere. I don't know where I have put them. Oh, there they are. It's on this next page. Oh, Jesus, yeah. Okay, so let's not forget you also found that other book in the previous game. We've also got in here, there is the ring. Ansia is wearing a blindfold. The fabric is still kind of tightly done up around their around their eyes in a manner that looks as if it was like ritually placed, but it's like a kind of gently fabric that's kind of placed over. It's not that it's tied up at the back, but it's like a piece of fabric that's laid over their eyes and it draped either side.
Right.
As if like to like cover their eyes in death. In here is if you were to calculate the money from the room around you, you can also see that there is I'll give you a grand total of the money of about 1,500 gold pieces. You can see that he's wearing a small, simple necklace that does not appear to be especially ornate in creation, but it has a fine diamond in the center. And you can see that there are some other bits and bobs that are placed kind of neatly inside the sarcophagus that look like they were placed there because they were something that was important to Anthea. However, most of it appeared to have been wooden and worn away by the time that you've reached it. One piece remains, however, and it is a hand crossbow. A hand crossbow that has a dagger attached to it, as if it was some kind of like a bayonet kind of deal. You can see that by the fact that everything else has kind of rotted away due to age, and the fact that this is almost in pristine condition, this is clearly a magical item. There is one additional item here that is a scroll. You can see there is a magical scroll that has been placed in one of Anthea's hands. So he's like his hands are wrapped around this book that's on his chest. One hand has this scroll in, and the other one has the ring on his finger.
I grab the.
Wait, don't touch anything.
Okay, well, I go to touch it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I just want to make sure he didn't want to be pilfered. So I want to try to make him feel better about us looking at these things first, if I can.
Okay.
She doesn't look like she has like magic planned. It's more of like a emotional kind of thing. So I'm just going to like take a second to like light a couple of candles and use those flames to light some incense, and I'm going to cast like the light cantrip, but it's going to be like a silvery moonlight kind of thing, probably on like the edge of the quarterstaff or something, so it's like shining down over everything, and she's just going to quietly like say like something that looks almost like ritualistic under
Sure.
her breath, like a putting to rest kind of thing.
Sure. Okay.
It just takes a few minutes.
Nobody takes the time to kind of ritually kind of just bless the ground, as it were, to properly exhume him without was making it her intent clear that she's not there to desecrate his body, but more so that I'm here as part of a quest, can't leave your loot untouched.
it's what she's saying is like we want your story told in
Sure.
truth. So we're not here to rob you. We're not grave robbers. We're here to like learn your story kind of thing.
Okay, then I would like you to make a persuasion roll with advantage, please.
Okay.
We're not here to rob you. We're just here to take all your things.
Respectfully.
24. And she will suggest to leave the gold behind. Like, you all don't have to actually do that, but that'll be a conversation that she has later, because you don't know what she's saying, like, quietly under her breath right now, I guess, unless you're
Sure.
deeply listening.
Okay.
And when it looks like she's finished, she'll kind of, like, take a step back and say, okay, just be gentle.
Okay. Gently pick up the crossbow.
Okay. So you can see. I have a thing for this. I have a thing for this. 1 second.
Bless you.
Fox didn't actually mute himself. He's just that good at suppressing his sneeze.
Yeah. It's practice,
Wow.
Okay.
Didn't the tattoo lady require a diamond to fix her magical tattoo needling?
Yeah.
thing?
Oh, yeah.
Did need a fancy diamond, yeah.
Oh, no.
We're gonna rob all this guy's shit.
can't take things from people's graves.
Okay, now we're morally high, aren't we?
It tried to kill you like a bunch.
I don't think it's that we can't take things. I think you just have to have good intentions. Like, a crossbow isn't going to do him any good now. And a book that might tell his story would only be good for people to know. Now that enough time has passed, that people are interested instead of interested in hiding it, he doesn't need any of these other things anymore. So hopefully he'll understand that his story lives on if we take them and continue telling it.
Yeah, Randall, there's a sweet book in here.
Oh, I really want the book.
Yeah.
But that's different.
What do you mean? There's a scroll in here too.
I'm definitely going to pick up the book.
Oraclefully.
No, probably not. Well, like respectfully, but probably not like carefully. Like, oh, there might be a trap or something.
Right.
No, I mean carefully. Yeah, just like respectfully.
Don't break
like,
any extra
not
bones.
yanking it
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Don't take
Get
the
this out of
arms
here.
out.
What's this? Throw that over there.
Yeah. When Nerly said be gentle, she wasn't being like, better watch out. She was like, don't fuck him up. If you can, don't be disrespectful.
Okay. You're saying there could be a cliffhanger coming up? It will be safer than the literal cliffhanger a few episodes back. That's fair. Yeah, that's true.
Tower hanger.
Okay, so we've got all sorts going on here. Who wants to go first with the thing that they've picked up?
Me.
Me. Okay.
You picked the first thing up.
So that's true. Yeah. So the hand crossbow that you have, let's say, emancipated from this tomb, is it's the clearest example of a prototype. You can see that though it is lovingly made and expertly crafted, it still has what appears to be chalk marks or pencil scratchings and etchings that are made into the wood to describe where things should be drawn and where things should be cut, etc. You can see that it has an etched hash symbol, and it says 184 on it. It is a dagger that is attached to the end of a crossbow. The dagger itself looks very sharp still. And it looks like actually it has some kind of mechanism that as you kind of tinker with, like there's kind of this small, not a lever, but a mechanism that you press, and a part of the dagger pops out and becomes a hand axe instead. At the same time, you can see that there are several bolts that were nestled into the into a compartment on the side that doesn't get in the way of your hand, that you think you could unequip and load into the crossbow itself. You suspect that functionally it would work either as a dagger, hand axe, or a hand crossbow. I can give you the statistics for it once you've spent some time inspecting it.
Sick. That's neat.
Badass.
Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Pugset. Okay, Aura's just like bewildered by this, looking really cool. Like, you guys get what you want to get.
What to inspect next?
A book.
Book. Okay. So as I said, the side of the book is kind of sealed by this wax. But you can see that there's a functionally and purposefully placed kind of, those like silk tabs that
like a baby bell wrapper.
Yes, like a baby bell. Yeah, exactly like that. A baby bell wrapper that you could pull on that would unseal it perfectly.
So it's gonna be cheese.
It's just
Book
cheese.
baby
Hi,
bear.
it's Pugsley. So do you open the seal?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I might. I assume. What's his name is still here.
Albert, yes.
Albert is here.
The
So
NPC
probably-
designed specifically for you that you can't remember the name of. Yes, Albert is
Yeah.
still.
Oh, the one time.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. It's okay. No, yeah, Albert's still there. Albert is
Okay.
has not quite recovered yet.
Okay, I'll take it over to Albert then and be like, look at
Okay.
this. And, like try and help
Oh,
calm
wow.
Albert down.
Oh my god. Is that wait, and he kind of takes it from you gently, reverently, proper reverence, starts leafing through it. He says, "This is a diary. But it's not his diary, it's his wife." And he spends some time kind of leafing through it. And we'll say that the rest of you inspect the other things that you find within the loot shortly. But during this time, Albert is leafing through this book and he's reading it with Randall. And it appears to be a diary. It's a diary of Annetta, who, for the people who have read the book that referred to this tomb location in the first place, will recognize that that is the person that Ansia was supposedly had fallen in love with. And it is a tale of his life, basically. From what you can gather from the diary, she lived a number of years after Ansia perished from old age, and basically confirms a lot of the theories that Albert had, in that Ansia was a member of the family, the royal family, the Obuskia family, had identified that his aunt was going around purposefully murdering people in a very systematic fashion to cull parts of the royal tree and kind of place her own family, like closer family members, in the right positions to gain access to the crown. That he was correct. That this is the person who had kind of realized that and decided to leg it and get out of there. But after many years in living in the middle of nowhere, decided to settle down in Orkspear and met Annetta. Annetta kind of settled him down a little bit. He became a lot more of a manageable person, but in his old age, he became senile and his paranoia started to get much worse. He was very concerned that he would wake up in his grave, that he would die, or he would fall asleep, people would bury him, and he would wake up in a casket, which is not an unreasonable fear for many people, but he took it quite literally and quite severely. When Ansia left the royal family, he took some of his fortune with him, and had, in his spare time, done a lot of tinkering, a lot of kind of artificial style stuff, coming up with a couple of inventions, a lot of mechanized things, and had designed the entirety of his tomb just in case he died or he fell asleep and someone buried him, so that if they put him in a sarcophagus and he woke up, he'd be okay. Which is why this place has had toilet roll and food and cutlery and all this kind of stuff, because he was petrified that he would wake up and then die of starvation or something. However, he had a fortune that he brought with him, and he was convinced that he would be able to fund his own tomb construction. He was very, very wrong. And by the time that he perished, they were actually quite destitute. So Annetta, against Ansia's wishes, wrote to the royal family and said, Ansia's dead. Ansia has perished. In the hopes that they would be in a better position. Ansia had explained his fears about his family and the royal family being culled, etc. And fortunately, by the time that he'd perished, all of that turmoil had ended. They sent some money, as was tracked by the library over in Suzail, and they managed to afford to build his burial tomb. Though they decided that it would be best to keep it secret, as it was still not public knowledge just how tumultuous that period of time was for the royal family. So they sent a couple of coins along with Annetta, and she died also destitute, penniless, an orc spear, with the majority of the money set aside inside this tomb with the rest of his goodies.
Yeah.
But that constitutes a very significant finding for a monastery that's based around storytelling and that kind of thing. It fulfills. It's a very big one. It fulfills gifts. I'll take the gifts. His quest very significantly.
So if Haiku and I look over the scroll, what's that?
It's a spell scroll.
Oh, of what?
I would usually say that you need to take a short rest to identify it.
Okay.
Would you like to take a short rest?
I assume it's
figure,
taking us
yeah,
quite a
while
while
they're
to
reading.
read this.
I would think that's a good thing. Okay. In which case, if there are other people here who want to benefit from a short rest, take that short rest benefit now, including if you want to spend any hit points to
Oh.
fill yourself back up.
Oh yeah. Yes, please, I'm out.
Okay, you can identify. Is that Tortipola Lurky Boy category winner Tom Zero Rodriguez? It's me! It is a spell scroll. It is a spell scroll. For the spell that is in Xanathar's guide. I can't remember who it's for.
Oh.
Usually I'm pretty good at putting down which classes these things are for. Spells. Let's have a look. Is it a sorcerer
Let's
spell?
cast it. Let's cast it.
I didn't write it down.
What's it called?
I wanted to tell you, but I wanted to tell you for which class it is
I see.
available.
It's like, I can look this up.
Yeah.
Me getting antsy, like, what's the name of it?
It's for wizards can use it, druids can use it. I think that. See, it feels unlikely that I would have given you a spell that none of you guys can use. So perhaps it's something that an artificer can use. They're in Tash's. Oh, I clicked on the wrong fucking book.
I think.
What's it called?
I don't want to tell you
I can't help.
until you know if you can use it or not. Damn it. Okay. Oh, no, wait. Yes. Artificers can use it. Hooray. Okay, that's it. I would have checked to see who could use it first. I just didn't think to write it in my notes who could use it. It is a spell that only the particular mind of an artificer can translate due to the strange etchings and mixed with mechanical kind of diagrams. It is the spell Transmute Rock.
Nice.
Which is a 5th level spell.
God.
Yeah.
which is on Xanathar's Guide to Anything, page 169. You can either transmute rock to mud or mud to rock. You can do so within a 40-foot cube within range of 120 feet. Duration until dispelled. It's a big boy spell.
Nice, nice, nice.
It's got maths in it, yeah.
Since I couldn't read that, could I do an Arcana check on the necklace too? Then while they're doing all their stuff.
Yes, you can. Yes, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
I'm terrible at Arcana, but 13. Oh, I don't have advantage, but that was the normal one anyway.
Yes. So it does not appear to be magical.
Okay.
You suspect that it was kind of you can cross reference this with the diary, but it looks as if this was used as a marriage kind of signifier more than anything else. Yeah, token.
Okay.
In that they don't have wedding rings as such. It looks like it's finely made in the kind of sense where it's well made. It looks like someone's put some effort into making it look fancy, but the person that made it was not a especially skilled jeweler.
Probably made by Antia themselves or like the local blacksmith rather than jeweler.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you suspect it was more of a sentimental kind of thing than it was anything else.
Does it look big enough to be like the one that what's her name? Margaret?
The benefit of diamonds that are used in those kind of things is that they don't need to be very big.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Hazanoid. Oh no. The word put was held.
Why was
by
the
auto mod?
Can't use the word put.
The term was misogyny.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't allowed. Hi, Nick. Hi, Haza.
That doesn't even make sense.
no?
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super misogynistic though, Hazanoid. Just
How
You
you
watch
just
yourself.
saying put all the time?
yeah,
God, we're
Throw
gonna
it
get
in
kicked
air.
off of Twitch for saying the word put on stream.
putting things up, putting things down.
Well,
Release an
putting things
apology.
down is rude, to be fair. I'm kidding. Getting it like a put, never mind.
Like a put down.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I'll just after we've talked about the necklace, like Nerly is going to feel conflicted about taking that just because it seems more sentimental even though it could be used. So she's going to leave it up to you all whether or not you think it's best to take it.
Nope.
Oh.
Take it.
No? Yeah, I think take it.
Oh, we got a
Perfect.
split party.
Perfect split.
Roll a dice.
Oh, wait, we're taking it today.
Flip one of the coins from the fortune here. I think one of the people who wants to take it should do the flip.
My favorite thing is having goody two shoes parties and then putting loot in front of them.
Do you want to
This
roll?
is like when you play RPG games and you're like significantly less well off money wise because you like whenever someone's like, oh, here's all the money I could get together to scramble as a reward for you helping me. And you're like, no, keep it, feed your family. And then at the end of the game, you've got no money because you were too nice.
That's okay. I can't take it with me if I die anyway. There's a whole song about that I had to hear people sing in choir one time. Anyway, I vote that they have to do the flipping because they want to take it. I point this way because you're both over here to me on my screen, so they have to do it. Those two.
What
Is
we having,
that
Jenny?
pointing
One or
directly
two?
at me? Yeah,
Huh?
it's pointing at me. On stream,
Sorry,
that's pointing at
let
me.
me go look at stream. One of those two.
Yeah,
See,
those
it's
guys.
still wait.
Those guys.
Yeah, it's still the same way. It's just down. One of them.
What do you want to do, Jack?
Peg leg,
You
is
wanna
that
roll
what a
it?
dog do?
Yeah, well, I've got it typed out. I just don't know which ones, which is which.
Okay,
Do
one
wanna
is we
put one or
take it, two is we leave it.
Okay.
Well,
Well, the coin has decided we take
not
it.
rigged at all.
Does it-
It's not rigged at all.
If we look at it, it's a 1d1.
If you're gonna take a dog, yeah, it's a dog here. We'll just nick that. Are we taking some of the money, or we're not taking any of the money?
I don't think we should take. Remember, there's a big thing outside. Then when we even opened those other ones, and it started throwing massive tombstones at us.
Yeah, but they didn't like us opening things. Not
do we
taking
hear-
coins on the ground.
Do we hear the sound of thumping against the door still?
No, you do not.
Is that because the door's broken down?
Is he in the entrance of this room?
Is it in the
With
room?
his little
It
baby
can't
head.
fit inside, so it's just got its like club thing, and it's just like jamming it in, like swirling it around, trying to kill anything.
Well, it was already angry with me. I could take all the money, and it can't get any angrier, can it?
True.
Surely.
Insightful.
Well, I have no need for this money, so I'm not taking it.
Yeah, but neither does he. Points it.
But it's not. It's their money.
Yeah, but we should give it back to the community. I'll leave it here.
Could give it back to the community, or maybe set up that lady with taking care of the graveyard.
Oh my god, we could pimp her out. She could have her own, like, it could be a business now.
Pimp my grave.
Pimp my grave. Come on.
She could pay adventurers to do all those tiny little quests.
If we invest in it as opposed to just giving it to her, we can get a bit out of it.
Oh my god.
We
Come
can
on.
own a bit of
Or scooping up money. Let's go. Open the bag of holding. Let's go.
No.
Come on.
No.
Doesn't Haiku also have a bag of holding?
No, Haiku
It's the
can
shell, that's
replicate
right.
it. Can replicate it using an artificer perk that has not.
Yeah. I do not currently have that infusion.
It's a group
do
bag of
think-
holding.
I do think
It's
that.
on my person.
Oh my god, it's the first party disagreement. Wow.
Wow. I do think that if we're going to use it to maintain the graves and keep every spirit here at rest, then that is a good use for it. It's not doing anything right now. And we could make it a dedication to Ansia to keep their story alive, like I said.
Okay, that sounds
We
better.
could keep a bit of it, though.
I don't think we need it, do we? What about
Jack
you?
hasn't been in the party for long.
Haiku is
Jack has
fucking-
no money.
Haiku is really poor. You
Well,
guys
yeah,
have been
none of
for a
this money
while.
you have at the mansion is actually mine. I haven't actually had any money yet.
But yeah, I
But-
only have like 26 gold.
Yeah, these guys
so,
don't
you
have a
know,
lot of money. They spent it all on fixing up the house.
Yeah.
How much money do you have, Docs?
I have some money.
How much money do you have?
I have some money.
How much money do you have?
Oh, look at how coy he's being. Oh,
I
have,
have
like,
no
a
need
hun-
for this money.
He's
No,
got
I
his
don't,
own,
because
that's
I've got-
fine.
I already have 110 gold.
And a mansion at home.
10.
I have-
Imagine being level 8 adventurers with 110 gold.
I have 104 gold.
Y'all are
But
poor.
still.
I have
But we invested
Zero.
it in having a home base, so we don't have to.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
You're still
and
poor.
it's-
Yeah. I'm picking up some of this money.
I mean, we picked up like 4,000 gold at some point or something, and we spent all of it on the house.
Yeah, exactly. We need to make that money back.
Oh, she's got a point. You're adventurers.
What was the reward for fighting the dragon? Aren't we going to go do that?
Stop calling them poor. It's okay to call them poor in an RPG game where your adventurers are supposed to be cash dollar rich. In real life, obviously, there's different rules.
What
I
was
think
the...
adventurers eventually get rich, but what always happens in the first like 10 to 12 levels is that you're getting a lot of money and then you're having to turn around and buy things with that money that keep you from dying so you can continue going on. So A little bit of that. Oh my god, hit my grave.
What was the reward for fighting the dragon, Tom?
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like
remember.
advancement in the, like, I mean, it's like a volunteer thing though, right? It's not, I don't think you get paid for it.
Oh, what about the other thing, the speed run thingy? Did we know the
Oh, that's
reward for
like
that?
looting chests and looting.
Yeah,
stuff.
that was looped. I
Come
still
on.
think we should take some of the money.
Randall, bag. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Fine. I'm not having any of it.
Oh, okay, that's fine by me. I'll move the Brussels sprouts to one side for easy
Yeah,
access.
I want my
I
Brussels
just take a
sprouts being
handful
ruined.
of sprouts and start eating them.
There you go. I'll keep you quiet whilst we shovel these coins in. Let's go.
I love that the sprouts have become such like this essential party item now.
It's
Wait
like
till we
what
set up a business selling them.
Natalie spends most of her time eating sprouts at this. Like for meals, like most of her meals consist like heavily of sprouts at this juncture.
I can never run out of sustenance at this point.
Alright, all the
And
money's in
one
the
day
bag.
I'm just gonna reach in for sprouts and my hand's gonna come back empty and be like,
No.
If Haiku replicates the bag of holding, does it replicate the sprouts?
It's not like a cloning process. It's the
Okay.
idea. It's a concept of the
Yeah.
item.
So I can
Um,
make it from
The
you.
concept of the item is it's full of sprouts.
I
That was part of its story and part
A
of
bag
It
of
is part of
of
the
it.
story. It's part of the story. I will say this particular bag of holding will never run out of sprouts.
Quick,
What
write
if
that down
I-
someone.
What if I
There will
Functionally,
be
Leave it
no
to the
fucking. There will be no shenanigans where you use a massive pile of sprouts to climb up a cliff or something. They are.
There's a big hole, we fill it with sprouts. Across the
Just
ocean, we fill
the
it with
void.
sprouts.
It only produces enough to like sustain us all for the day. It's like it's the like well no, that wouldn't be the right illusion, never mind.
refreshes every night.
Yeah.
Yeah. There
I was
you go.
thinking like Stregonona's pot of spaghetti, but it does literally just keep making spaghetti until the town gets
Well,
flooded
you've,
with spaghetti. So not that
That's right. You get one
That sounds
sprout an
great.
hour.
per
As you-
person.
per person. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm eating everyone's sprouts most
Yeah.
of the time. Anyway, moving on from the sprouts.
So remaining in the sarcophagus is the kind of the draped
Oh right.
blindfold
Yeah,
and
we
the
definitely won't do
signet
that.
ring.
Do we need the signet ring? I guess to tell the story.
Is it like initialed? Or is it just a generic like a bus?
It has the sigil line. Would you like to do a history check? I'll give you
Yeah,
advantage
would.
because it's Obaskia stuff.
Yeah.
So you are aware.
You also have a D6, by the way, Docs. Just
Oh yeah, I do have.
if you want to use that.
Non-combat,
Why
and you've
not?
only got half an hour, so.
Yeah, that's time.
What are the chances of needing that now?
Okay, so you are aware that that there is a kind of a tradition within the Obaskia family in the higher upper echelons of the royal family, that they do have jewelry that is kind of used to signify their status. You're fairly confident that this is legit, this is the real deal, and that it could possibly be either sold or leveraged in some way.
Just the fact that you wrote this bag here will do 8 sprouts per hour. It slaps the bag, and it's just like the sound of sprouts.
Sprout,
rolling
have a
together.
sprout. Is that equivalent to 1 cabbage per hour? So you're fairly confident that this could either be leveraged as an item of great importance or sold for a fair amount of money.
So I don't really think that Randall's thing is artifacts. I think we have someone else's thing is more artifacts.
Magical artifacts.
I'll take it.
But, yeah, like
Yeah, I'll take it.
unless it was like needed to be evidence for the story. I don't think Randall's interested in it particularly at all.
I mean, you suspected the diary would suffice.
Are you sure? Because once it's on the shell,
Never find
It
it.
occasionally falls off.
And blindfold, I guess. If I couldn't read the scroll, then I could have been sitting with that for half an hour once I determined the necklace was a magical.
Yeah,
doll.
yeah. So if you're gonna spend some time with the blindfold,
It's a cursed
that
item.
Yeah, I would figure.
You're blind.
You are now folded.
you are now folded. Somewhere. Again, my notes have not been good for this. I apologize for the extra time. Oh, where are you? Oh, maybe it's not in this book. It's somewhere. I have notes for it somewhere. It is a blindfold.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
It makes it dark when it is not dark. It is a magical power.
tight round your
Brings
head.
the night.
Shit. God damn it, Tom. Your notes need to be better. Why have you done this to yourself? This is why I prepare things like this.
I'm sure you
D&D.
had everything prepared, and then when I had to put us off for like 3 weeks, it just, it got misplaced somewhere.
I had it somewhere. Oh, poo. I even had it set with my. I have a. Oh, it's in my D&D Dropbox. That's why. 1 second. 1 second. Don't worry. I got it somewhere.
Not worried.
Probably.
Now I'm worried.
Not wanting to confuse things. Wasn't there another book?
That
There
was
was a
the
book.
intelligence book that we got from
Yeah.
the other place.
It's a smart book. We should give us a
Yeah,
nugget.
that we basically were like, here you go, Haiku. This seems like your deal. We've got one smart person. It's you.
True.
Well, the rest of us are average at best. No, I'm
Has
kidding.
annoyed. I have done that in this chat before.
Oh no.
Don't fear. Okay. Okay. There we go. Found it. It was in the wrong place. It's not called a blindfold, it's called a bandage. It is referred to as the title is Bandage of the Blind Monk.
Yeah.
This is an item that has a story that can be obtained by Randall upon a long rest.
It's ideal as well.
So the cloth must be worn and tied about the head, covering the eyes. It must be worn uninterrupted for a full 24-hour period before you can attune to it. Attunement is lost instantly upon its removal. It is completely opaque, rendering you blinded until you are attuned. So you are blind for 24 hours. Once attuned, you have blind sight for up to 120 feet. Additionally, you have advantage on intelligence investigation and wisdom perception checks that rely on sight, and you are immune to the blinded condition.
That's pretty.
It cannot be removed by any creature or effect other than you unless you're incapacitated.
Blind sight for how many feet?
120.
What's
God.
blind sight?
Yeah, what is that?
Blind sight is like, if it's within 120
Ultra dark
feet,
vision. Yeah.
you see it. Like, unless it's obscured, I think, like around a corner. Or even then, I think you still see it. Like,
No, so if it's
I'm
around the
thinking of
corner, you
tremor
can't see
sense.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not tremor sense, but it does mean that even magical darkness can't stop you from seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
So blind sight for 120 feet, and then advantage on what?
Advantage on wisdom and perception checks that rely on sight.
Hell yeah. That's real good. That's real good stuff.
For reference, I will type into our D&D call chat.
Oops, I just flipped to the other screen.
Bandage.
Sorry.
Page. Yeah, that's just in the D&D call thingy. So I can copy and paste you the description of it, docs, if you fancy using it.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I felt the need to like write it down. I'm sorry. Can you repeat it 3 times, please?
I mean, anyone can really use it. It just happens to say blind monk in its title. It doesn't have to be that Randall uses it, and it might not be something that Randall wants to use it.
I don't know. I don't know how many items I already have, to be honest.
Yeah, you can only have 3 attuned.
I think I've already got 3.
I think if your light thing though is like an
The
attuned
light
item.
isn't one.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
think.
the light's not attuned. No.
I've got the bag of holding, the walking staff, and
Bag of holding doesn't take
bag
attunement.
of holding is not.
Is it
attuned.
not?
No.
Okay. Then I might be alright.
The talisman is.
Yes. So I got talisman and the walking stick.
Does my fancy dress require attunement?
No.
Okay. I don't think I have any attuned items except the lily then.
£10 for a tube of Toblerone? That's bullshit.
Yeah. Bad news bears. Okay. So we gather up everything. Did we leave anything behind then? No.
No.
You didn't. Did you take the ring?
No, Sky's pillaged everything.
I think Haiku's taking the ring.
Yeah.
Because it's a rare artifact kind of thingy.
We left the toilet roll.
It's true. Yeah, we left all the stuff he might need if he comes back to life in the flesh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Could we sell it?
100-year-old toilet roll. It's aged. Finally,
Zero.
under the ground.
0 ply.
Yeah, we're good then. We've got everything.
That last
You're
button.
taking the ring, yeah?
Haiku's got
I
it.
think Haiku did, yeah.
Haiku's got it, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What doing? So you've got this floor that's fallen all around you. You've got one button you've not pressed, and Ansia has evaporated. Ghostly apparition.
Do we want
Which
to press the
button?
button?
Have we not? Yeah,
On
which
the,
button
on
have
the
we not
tomb
pressed?
is the one we didn't
Ah.
press.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is
I mean, it
probably
might
just
just
going to be a
reset.
bad thing, but like curiosity.
It might also reset the floor, which would make it a lot easier to walk out.
True. Could do that.
Hey, Richie.
And we have
Toblerones are
noticed
magical items.
that the button closest to the way we want to go, and this is kind of pointing towards the exit, is usually the good
Mhm.
button, right? And the other 2 were bad. So
Who's gonna press it though?
I'm just going to move over here.
Well, we've got a button pressing expert.
Then looks at Haiku.
Mm.
So hopping from either foot, like getting ready to go press it.
Clatter, 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 clatter.
You gonna press the button?
Yeah.
Okay. Satisfying clunk noise as the button once again is pushed into the statue, and you hear a grinding stone on stone as sounds an awful lot like all of the doors have been unlocked simultaneously. That's amazing. How cool is that? That can only be good.
I don't like your tone of voice there, Tom.
There is that smoke. But we could
There
just
are
go
all
out the other
those
way.
sarcophaguses that you guys were looking at with the mechanisms on all the way in. but they looked like they were all linked together.
So we should hurry, is what you're saying.
Didn't we
Stop
disarm both
talking.
of them?
I think so.
Well, all the ones we visited, I'm pretty sure we disarmed.
Yeah.
Disarmed, but did you?
Mm.
You didn't take off the opening mechanism, right? So, sorry, neurally voice. Maybe we should hurry.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Right, so as you do that, fortunately, all of the floor tiles in this room have raised once more into a resting position, so you can step on the floor here. I'm just too lazy to get rid of all of the black
I
squares.
could still jump over it.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'd like you to pause in that room. If everyone else would like to move themselves to where they think they would be by the time Nerly gets to this part of the doorway.
I'd be going last because there's a immovable rod, just in case.
Sure.
I'm glad you
yeah.
were thinking of that because I
Very
was
good.
too.
So as you open this door, there is a slam as the stone door to the top right up here is wrenched open and 6 mechanical ansias pour into the room.
That's so cool, but also problematic.
That's a voice clip I've ever heard one. Wow, it's so cool, but problematic.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put ourselves in initiative again. I'll remove all the things.
Will you re-roll it?
The 20 turn order is going to be the Ansias.
Okay, the answers.
Are we rolling initiative again then?
Did you just say yes, but it cut off?
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, come on!
No, I saw you move. Oh,
Roll
Jack.
initiative.
Oh no!
Do I just not move at all then?
Yeah, you don't get a
just
turn
dead
in this game.
Is it hanger time? I almost went for hanger time. I almost went for hanger time. But not this time. It's been so long since we've played, I don't want to stop yet.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I'll run the clock. I'll go to as far as we can go. All right. Jesus fucking Christ! Imagine 0 initiative. That's rough, man. That's rough. Okay, so we start with Randall, kind of getting the spring on this one.
Yeah.
Really, you've just seen throughout all of the just poking around that you guys have done, and these sarcophagi you've seen dotted around this tomb. There have been these sarcophagi filled with replica ansias in some fashion. Turns out they weren't completely inert, and they are here. They are animated, and they are coming for blood. They are each holding a dagger in one hand, as it looks like some kind of ornate letter opener more than anything else, really. But they kind of flood out of this room, and you can see that their eyes kind of flick, and they're red, and they are looking directly at you.
Well, that's good.
Randall, you are first.
Yeah. Can I?
This is going to be especially fast-paced.
Can
I'd
I
like
move
to
through
point
Nugget?
out. You can move through Nugget, yes.
Okay.
But I'm going to put into action the thing that I did for the charity campaign, where if you take too long, your turn gets skipped.
That's
Oh,
11
lovely.
tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. And then I'm going to attack the close one here.
Okay, go for it.
And I'm going to do spend 2 key points. No, I'm going to spend 1 key point first, and then I'm going to do the old one of them, and then one of them, and then
Okay.
one of them, and one of them.
Okay, so 3 of those hit.
Cool. I'm then also going to spend another key point to do a deft strike, which adds an extra 1d6 to one of those.
Okay, you don't need to. So each of these have 1 hit point.
Okay, I'm not going to roll a deft strike then. I undo that.
So you have just dove into this room. I'm going to say that you can reach all 3 of these guys. How much extra movement do you have?
I have another 4 tiles of movement.
So you could quite easily kind of carve for all of these guys in one turn. If you had enough attacks, which you don't. You have
I don't.
you've
I've only got 3
3.
hits.
Yeah. So these
So the
first 3 guys.
stood in front of me then.
Yeah. Gone.
It's going to be like the walking stuff. It's going to be like just a big swing from all the momentum, and it's going to be like head, and then like twist, and then like punch the last head. So it's like donk, donk, bonk.
Boom, 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 boom. Falls onto the ground. The rest of the ants here turn to you, eyes red, glaring, and they jump forward. And they are all going to go for attacks on you.
I mean, I could have also moved, but it's fine.
Yeah, you don't get time. You've run out of time. You've got actions, that's fine. But I said this is a speed run kind of combat thing we've got going on here. You're running out of time. That's 1 hit, unless you've added anything to your armor class. You say it's a 17 right now?
Yeah.
It's a 17. Okay, that's 1 hit. You take 5 points of damage.
Don't
Nearly.
do anything else.
Nope. Nearly, you're up.
Sorry, I was
you too.
muted. Magic missile.
1's dead.
Well, magic missile does 3, so
3 are dead.
those 3. Because it does 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless
so
you
those 3 are done.
Cast out, right? Yep.
Yeah. But I don't have any reason to believe that there are any additional ones coming, right? So I just
Correct.
kill those 3.
Yeah.
Yes, we should definitely hurry. And I'll move probably like just to behind Randall.
Okay.
That's it for
And then
me.
we move to Oro.
Wait, I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to see what I can see or not.
I can see it
I
too.
don't
I
know
think
what you
we've
can
left
see.
a bush.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
bush.
We've left a bush
There's
over
a
here.
bush.
Okay.
Okay, there you
No, feel free.
Shitting hell.
I didn't want to move my screen up there for it to be ruined without saying
fine.
or not. Okay.
I love it.
And is this door open? Can I see them?
Yes.
Oh shit, there's more, guys. There's way more.
I guess this
I'm
would
gonna
be appropriate.
get my bow out and arrow to... Wait, I can only arrow once, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna arrow one. I want them to like filter into this room rather than go into that small room.
Sure, okay. So that's a
Okay.
hit. That's 1 down.
Okay. There's like fucking loads of them, guys. Loads of them. I mean loads of them. Okay, I'm done. Nugget's done.
Okay. Haiku.
Bam, quickfire, because I'm new to D&D. Is there any way to increase my movement speed in a turn?
Dash.
You can use your action to go double the speed.
Okay, oh, it's using action. Shit. We'll do
Yeah.
that anyway.
Mhm.
One there. And flamethrower into the room.
Okay. A cone onto those 3 guys, yeah?
Yeah.
Hi, Brother Tex.
With a
Yeah.
DC 14. Dexterity save.
Okay, that's 1 success, 2 failures. Toasty mechanical boys.
Yeah, so
They have 1 health. You cannot
Failure,
roll
oh.
enough to not kill these guys.
Yeah,
Basic half damage on the failed save.
However, there is still 1 left in that room. And we roll around to Randall's turn.
Well, wait. Randall's going to shout, "Which way are we going?" and then run into this room.
And then
And then, oh god, not this way. And then I'm going to. Oh, I really want to hit all of them. I can't. I'm going to hit this guy.
I think the big ball is in the way on this side, so I don't think we can go this
Oh wait,
way.
there's no point running one. Scissors. Is the first one miss? Second one hit?
Oh, that hit, both of those hit.
Oh, okay.
10 is the AC with these guys.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hit that guy, and I'm going to move forward. I'm going to hit this guy.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to. I've still got loads of movement, right? I think.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit! Where did I start from?
You started from right in front of me, right here.
Yeah, I should have enough. For that,
Not
I
the
think.
bush.
I can't see it anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, and I press the button. Bonk.
Oh!
Bonk.
Bonk. You press the button, and as you do so, you hear the sliding mechanism of the trap door in the boulder corridor being released. A huge stone orb is dropped, and as you can see, this entire corridor is filled with ansias
Oh my god.
that are annihilated by the force of this huge stone slabs that rolls through this corridor. And you just hear the crunch and the whir of the gadgets and the mechanisms that are keeping these guys conscious and animated get just annihilated and crushed. You've cut quite a path.
Is this door open, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. Shit. I've run out of things.
Okay,
Probably
Nearly, you're up.
Ansia's turn.
Oh no, you know
Oh,
it's
this is
Ansia's turn.
Ansia's.
It's Ansia's turn. Yeah. Okay, very good.
The Ansia's turns.
The Ansias.
Sorry, I got this. I've never died before.
That's the spirit.
Okay, so that's 15 points of damage that you take.
And they run out of time for their turn. Let's move on.
This guy's gonna throw his dagger because why not at this point? That's another 5 points of damage that you take. Nearly, now you're up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I see all 8 of them from right here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. No,
Okay,
you can't see
no.
the bottom ones underneath the doorway there.
Okay, so I just see 6. So in that case, I shall do another magic missile, but I'm going to spend a sorcery point boop to twin it. Oh wait, only targets one creature. JK, I can't do that. I'll just do a regular magic missile, boop, and hit the first 3 I see right around Randall. Boop, boop, boop.
Okay. Kunk, kunk, kunk. You've
That's
just
it.
seen him press the button. You've seen you've heard the clunk and the whirs and the crushing noises. But other than that, Oro, it's your turn. Oro
Sorry.
Nugget.
Oh, sorry. Muted. Okay. Let's go through here. Oh god, there's so little space. Stab.
It's a hit.
Move
Give
in.
you dagger as well.
Stab another.
It's another dead.
Can Nugget move? Can Nugget be in here? No, there's too much wall, right?
Yeah, unless you were mounted on Nugget.
Oh, and then, but then I can't use a dagger if I'm on.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, but so I can't use a dagger whilst I'm on Nugget, so I will move away and disengage if I
Okay.
can. Yeah, I can.
Mhm.
And basically just get out of the way.
Can you disengage?
I think I can with
But-
a. With
No, you
my-
would.
Bonus action?
Your bonus action was to use your second to similar target.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay, I'll take a attack then.
Okay.
Yeah. See you later,
That's
fuckos.
Thank you, Neil.
The attack of opportunity fails. And you successfully slide away with a see you later, fuckos.
Sweet.
Which is fortunate because a bunch more Ansias come out of their sarcophagi in here. Haiku, you're up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I sneak on with Randall?
Not the same tile as Randall.
Okay. Well, that's my movement done. Surely I have line of sight of this.
Not really.
Well, that's it then.
You can dash, use your action to dash and continue down the corridor.
Yeah, go on then. We'll do that. As I sprint past everyone, I'm gonna let them know that I would like to capture. Go there.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
You want to capture one?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna flamethrower just these 3 in front of me. I mean, to die anyway. I think.
Yep. Dead.
In fact, 15 feet might reach the 4th one.
Yeah, it would. Yeah. Dead. Got him. Anything
That's
else?
not quite all my movement, though.
Yeah, but
that
you're running
was-
out of time on your turn because I'm being speedy.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Oh wait,
Right.
you used your action and then also. Oh, is it a
Bonus action is the flamethrower.
All right, nice.
Damn.
Okay, out of time. Randall.
I'm gonna shout. That's not the way out, Haiku.
He's run past you and go like, I want to capture one, I want to capture one. You're like, no, it's not the way out.
And I'm gonna start looking down the next corridor because I'm speedy. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
He's so fast. Look at this.
Oh my God.
So you can see the mechanical remains of all of the Ansias that were in this chamber. At the like the doorway to the right down here, you can see is open, and you can see that there are some more Ansias down there.
Okay, I want to ready an action for if an Ansia gets close to me, I'm gonna whack it.
Okay, good, because that's exactly what happens.
I know
You
exactly
whack
what you're
it?
gonna do. Yeah,
Go for it. Go
I
for a
know,
whack.
I know how you're gonna screw me.
I'm really glad that you know.
I whack it.
You whack it. You successfully whack it, and
Oh,
a button is
fuck.
pressed.
Jesus Christ.
As that button is pressed.
Oh no, that's not what I thought. I just thought you were gonna move more in. I forgot there was a
Oh.
button there.
Yeah, no, it's much worse than that. The button is pressed, and our good friend Hole in the Floor returns. Let's put you. Why are you to the front?
I want to clarify that it's not sexual in any way.
Makes sense.
You go in the hole. It's not sexual in any way. High silence. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Easy.
Don't say that.
Shouldn't have said that.
Really
Can
tempting
I
fate.
use my inspiration to do something cool and not die? Thank you.
You have an inspiration still?
I do.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Not fall in this hole. Maybe because it's quite narrow here, so maybe like Randall's instinct is just to like immediately hands and like starfish out into the corridor and just jam himself in the corridor so he can't fall.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do. So
like-
okay, so your
It's
inspiration.
kind of like stuck, but like
Yeah. Okay. So your inspiration is going to be used so that you don't fall, but you also aren't above solid ground.
yeah.
Okay, so you jump as you sense the floor starting to loosen. You jump, put your arms out and your legs out against each of the walls to hold yourself in place, and you successfully do so. You are not in a safe position. This is extremely precarious, and you are going to have to make continual saving throws to keep this up. But we will end our session there.
You're welcome.
That's the worst cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Then just walking in the door. Oh no.
The cliffhanger of Nerdy being launched out of a tower was something, but we kind of knew that she was probably going to be okay. This is a little bit more tense.
Agree. Hard agree.
The last session we ended was also with Haiku levitated a bunch above a pit.
It's a theme.
It's a theme.
We have to change our name to the haven't quite fallen yet.
The precarious.
The
It
floor.
is.
No.
Okay, right. So on that note, we will we will end our game with Randall dangling over a pit, not even close to the edge. Really, that's at least 5-6 feet away.
Yeah, but it's just difficult terrain, so it's fine.
Randall is just difficult terrain, dangerous terrain. Would Randall wall hanging be considered art? Very good. Okay.
Have a Gidget in this trying time. Look, she's a little munchkin. Look at her little tiny arms.
Oh, cute.
Miss Gidget.
Why are you afraid? You silly girl.
So
She's like, I don't
cute.
like this. Really adorable.
Bless her heart. Okay. Well, GG's, everybody.
GG's.
GG's. I hope you guys had fun. I felt a bit rusty to begin with, but I feel like we got back into the flow a little bit after that.
Yeah.
Thank you all for participating as players and as chat. It's lovely to have you all again. Hopefully we'll be able to play again next week. But life is life. We're not a very professional D&D stream. So we'll see you when you
Wait,
see
we're
it.
not? Wait.
I get paid for this.
So we'll see you around. As you know, Jenny streams regularly as well. So if you want to watch Jenny streams, it's on this channel because this is her channel.
Yes, true. It is. All right. Well, GG's, everyone.
GG.
See you next week, hopefully, maybe. Bye.
Hope so. Goodbye.